if there are any ladies present, ladies. We have hit the TeamSpeak server cap of 100. Just a reminder, I know we've been posting it up in Discord and saying it in passing, but the game server cap is 90. Quigley, your microphone. So we are at cap. If you have anybody who is missing out, I do apologize, but there ain't much else that we can do there. Just say have them check in throughout the night, and undoubtedly there are going to be slots that open up. As round 1 ends, people go to bed, things change. So you can always get in round 2 here in about an hour and 15 minutes or so. Without further ado, we can get this shindig on the road. I do want to go ahead and plug the rules, make sure that everybody is firmly aware of them, that you have gone through them, done a glassing. We do try to keep a close eye on that, so if you see anything that's out of the ordinary that you don't enjoy or you think that is negative, go ahead and bring that to a staff member's attention and we will look into it. Do not go out in public and start trash talking people. That's against the spirit of what we do here. We're not trying to ruin a unit's reputation over false accusations or anything like that. Big welcome to our new communities tonight and our new players tonight. I know we have at least one new community and some new players, so welcome aboard. I hope you do enjoy this experience and you decide to come back. And now, can I get go ahead?
Round of the European tour. Is everything okay regarding the rules?
Yes. Regarding that particular instance, we had a deliberation on it and a discussion on it, and that has been cleared per the rules. And we do want to remind everybody that the rules are there for a reason, and that we do actively monitor that. And if you get pulled aside, we just want to have a conversation with you and make sure that nothing is out of line. Can I get community leaders to post their group numbers?
Bassbeard and somebody else is going to be running.
All right.
Tonight.
How are you guys doing? We're
That's
organizing chat commands. Chat commands are good now. We have a lot more things to add for the multi-Twitch. So give me 1 second if you guys want to see on the ground here. Just got to get these 2 things down. We're going to have even more streaming, more streams than EU.
Anderson, we had max numbers for the server.
We are.
Is there a plan to increase the numbers here shortly, or is it just where it's going to stay for a while?
It's going to stay capped. It's going to stay capped as 90 for a while. Anytime that we're pushing past 90, we're noticing some pretty bad performance errors, and without expanding the AOs and turning it into a bunch of small fights, that's the only way we'll be able to expand. So we're looking into it, but for the time being, our cap is set at 90.
Okay.
All right.
Yeah, I saw round 2 of EU. That was pretty bad.
Oh yeah.
Frames are for the weak.
No,
it wasn't frames.
It was desync because
I
someone
saw
was crashing. Yeah.
Move a truck like 50 meters in one go.
I'll
That
put
was
it this
probably
way.
me, Mountain.
Anyone seen that
I'll put it
episode
this
of...
way. In a when we're doing the independent brief, we're all gathered around and people were jumping around despite being beside everybody standing absolutely still, like jumping back 4 or 5 feet.
Yeah.
So guys, I want to quickly show you guys something here. So there's 90 slots, but there are 100 people in this TeamSpeak. So they were just talking about possibly expanding the server, but last EU round 2 had a lot of desync because they were at about 90 slots as well, and it was really messy. So 10 people aren't going to be able to get in. It's going to probably be about 87 player PvP because Barbarian, myself, and Azariah are commentating. But technically, 90 slots on the server, hence the 90 plus name. So, yeah, I mean, a lot of people from a lot of different communities are all here to represent and kill each other for these 3 rounds of FNF. We even have Whale showing up. He's the guy that knows everybody. I mean, he has 3 different community tags just to show you that he is around. So,
No reserved slots. It's just not a thing that we're going to be able to actively monitor or kind of coordinate. So my best suggestion for you is the early bird gets the worm. Don't be late. I know I had one who just barely skipped in time because he decided to go run around and show up 10 minutes after 8. So be on time, you'll get to play. That's the best thing I can say for you.
I might have said something that's inconsistent with that, so Anderson, think is alright. I'm wrong. If I said anything, couldn't check that.
Whew.
Alrighty, so let's
I mean,
get the stats.
Bohemia
We're all
put
done.
Friday Night
Friday
Fights in their
Night Fights,
newsletter
gameplay,
saying
we're
it
all
was
over
like Arma
now.
3 PvP, so I'm gonna call it that because this is the closest thing you're gonna get to esports in
take a
Arma 3, to be
look
perfectly honest.
here.
Other than
Correct.
some of the other PvP
I'll start you
esports
first.
I've
Y'all wanna
done,
attack or defend?
commentary over for the capture the flag stuff, but that community no longer does that
All
anymore.
right,
So
let me
this is
get
the
you
closest thing you're
all
gonna get
on
as of
off work.
today. So they're gonna sort the teams right now for round 1. I'm gonna
And you'll have
play
options for leadership.
Battle of Sejuk in the background for round 1. Then the other 2, I'll think of
Second
something.
MRB,
And Barbarian
let me get you all on blue
and
floor.
Azariah are commentating with me tonight for these rounds. I might step in and
Filling
ground
the
command
office squad,
something,
folks.
but that might not happen because there's only 90 players, and groups get priority to ground
Let's
command
get
over individual infantry. So we'll see what happens.
CSC on blue
Skelly and Outcast
floor.
are in
Y'all have
game.
options
Yes,
for
all of
leadership.
our Scandi Recon friends are in game. I'm trying to find. There's Skelly, right in the middle there.
Let's get
And Adriano is
242
playing again.
on
He
blue
broke
floor.
the
You all have
record,
options
by
for
the
leadership.
way. Got 20 kills in EU round 2. And even got to talk with the admins to explain himself with that crazy clutch. So TSB
Alrighty.
players with Scandi
Let's
Recon are here to
get
represent. I just don't want to put them in an
Canyon
official
on
group.
op 4, options for leadership.
Just because
Defer unless one of my
that'd be
boys
kind of
wants
weird if I did that. But since we have more people coming, like they can just join Scandi Recon because I don't want to
Let's get SOG
put
on
like
op
make
4,
that
options
pit
for
of things
leadership.
together, you know?
No, it's a note. Thank you, though.
No problem. Let me get the Welsh.
Someone just said
on
Remy is
op
coming
4.
one day. Huh? That would be cool.
Is petition open?
I
You
don't
tell
know.
me, Pierce.
It is.
Let's get Scandi Recon on blue 4. Let's get Bourbon Warfare on blue 4.
I'm gonna brag about Adriano. Hot damn.
Evets, blue 4. BPC, blue 4. 15th, op
But
4.
anyway, George, that mod is not on the workshop. It never was. I got it
I
locally
did
from a
not get
friend.
numbers from
because the
Centaur.
flood
Do we
assets were
have
ripped
a
directly from
individual
Halo 2.
representative that
And
is
that's
going
frowned
to
upon to put stuff like that
carry
on the
our
workshop.
messages?
So you're not going to find it. I have a local copy. I'm not going to share it though because I've been asked by some devs from the Optray branch not to share it.
BPL, you
So
guys are coming
I'll
blue
respect
4.
that.
Copy.
Oh, Snow, you want to take it?
I'm going to love watching Will get shot though. That sounds really mean,
All right,
but
other than Centaur,
Will
so
knows
yeah,
everyone
I
and I
have
just
all.
want to see like he's going to be in a PvP situation he
I missed
can't
that
talk
entirely.
himself
All right,
out
let me get
of.
Centaur on op 4.
I've got some
AA on
favoritism
blue 4.
bias to Will though. He's a great guy.
What was it?
No, that doesn't mean Optray flood.
AA
It just
is on
meant that
blue,
they
and
didn't want
Centaur,
me
please
as a
flood
big
up
channel
on op 4.
spreading stuff that, you know, was from ripped
we
assets.
can
Because
go
a modder's worst nightmare is the actual IP of the content they're modding coming in and shutting it down because other people are playing around with ripped assets and spreading them like wildfire. So it's a real thing. But that has nothing to do with Friday Night Fights, and this is from like a year ago, guys. Like when we were
He's
doing
gonna
that
have to
Elite
slot
versus
himself.
Flood
He did
infection
not-
stuff.
Yeah.
But we'll see how Friday Night Fights decides to adapt. We might see bigger ops
Damn,
happen.
that server for
Probably
FNF, that's
going
nuts.
to move one of these op 4 communities.
Oh yeah, overshot. They
There's so
last
many
week it was
of
capped
you.
at 93. They're recapping it to 90 because you know NA last week had a
SOG's
little bit of
order moved.
desync with 93, but you know
That's 7. You have
90
too many.
person
I
PvP.
need,
I'm really
we get
glad to
3
have
volunteers from the individual
started
players
promoting
to
these
come in and
guys,
fill in slots
and over the
on,
weeks we
on
saw
blue
you know
4.
the numbers spike up like crazy. But let's see. Blue 4 needs to get the numbers
Yeah,
advantage
Timo.
here, so they need to get
If
like
you're
50.
Not currently slotted. You can come
Not even,
blue
like
4.
50 to 55. And Op 4 needs to lose a few because of, you know, the 20% advantage that has to go to Blue 4 for this to
And
be
if
quote-unquote
you're not
balanced.
slotted by the time we're ready to start.
Hunter, I'm going to be honest.
Friday
Friday Night Fight is community versus community.
All right.
Just to
Oh, good.
throw the team speak up again.
That if you run on a wired connection instead of a Wi-Fi connection, it will make the server run slightly better. If you have the option to do that, I'm gonna switch.
What's
to a
funny is
wired
I am a
connection, too.
wired
That's just a
connection,
good thing
but
for people to know.
if you notice all these different tags, so 15th NU, 2nd MRB,
All right.
29th ID,
6 seconds on the clock. 2 to
SOG, Scandi Recon, AA,
No, I mean you.
1RW,
Break.
that's another AA, and then CSC. These are all people from a shit ton of different communities. And then these little symbols mean they're a community leader that's part of it. So Friday Night Fight is technically community v community. And, you know, you're brought in to play with your community,
Alrighty.
sure.
Pierce, you have 60
But, you know,
seconds
as
on the
well
clock.
as
Get your platoon together.
a bunch of random people like myself that don't represent a single
guys go
community,
take
even though I could
Delta
come in and
1 and
represent
Delta 3,
TSP, but I
please.
prefer to represent Scandi Recon because Scandi Recon is members of TSP. You know, it's just a giant melting pot. So that's why I kind of like where this has gone, you know?
Apart from Rex, that's Koak and Jones. If you could push down to
So this is going to be
Delta
Indigo
1, that'd be
Fox.
good. And
He
then-
is streaming, by the way, if you want to see him on the
Yeah, we can leave it at
multi-Twitch.
All right. Pierce, you good?
yeah, I think I'm good.
All right. Indigo, you're good?
Blue 4 is good.
All right. Let's take it to my screen. Oh, there we go. Just had a picture fall down off the wall. I caught it. I caught it.
So the guy speaking
caught
right
us.
now, that's Anderson. He had a
let's,
picture fall off as well, but
Just wanna
he's
give
the
it-
host.
wanna
He's the
give
guy
everybody a reminder,
technically in charge of
as
everything.
per
So
the rules.
if you like this
We
stuff,
wanna
you can
keep
thank him for
everybody
it.
Together. Please follow your platoon leaders. The radio nets are set up for a reason, so please keep your nets. Follow the Orbat. Don't change that up. Don't go rogue. Don't do anything like that. Just stay there. You know, follow your
Push
platoon
to the
leader
pier.
within reasonability and all that stuff. If you're not on comms, you need to make sure that you're on comms, and you're going to be on comms if you don't adjust your Orbat frequencies.
All right, so it is a 3-terminal play. That is all I needed to know. I am now going to jump down to Casting Couch. All right, I do that so I don't have to do that while everyone's getting moved to the TFAR channel, but real simple, Blue 4 is going to spawn right here. This is definitely a rush because this is within a kilometer to that first objective. 3 terminals are down, so what it basically means is Blue 4 has to hit this terminal site first. It'll be a 1.5-minute hack, and then this terminal, 1.5-minute hack, and then this terminal, 1.5-minute. I'm doing fine, Barb. How are you?
I'm sure you're doing fine now that you have a video for tomorrow.
Lamau. Hey, do we give Azariah the Casting Couch password?
Did we? No. Should we?
We probably should, since he's gonna triple commentate with us tonight. Maybe.
Not that.
I mean, he's DMing me for it, so maybe we should give it to him. Maybe. I'll leave it up to you.
Yeah, I suppose I owe him. I'll send it to him.
'Cause he's definitely blowing up my DMs right now to get it.
I poked him.
But anyway, I was just explaining to chat how this is going to work. Also, low-key, the red square zone is kind of off-center, and it is making my OCD go off.
Oh, I see it. Yeah.
You see that top left and then bottom? It's slowly. It hurts. That really hurts.
Oh yeah. Oh, it's.
And there goes everybody. A little lag on TeamSpeak and Arma because 90 clients moving into multiple channels. Obviously going to be very laggy, but let's see. Op4's got 3 terminals, 1 smack dab in the middle of all these enterable buildings. Second terminal site in an open square, also next to a bunch of enterable buildings on the southern side and one on the northern side, and a kill tunnel kind of on the west, and then the third one right on the dock. I mean, that explains the name of quote-unquote push to the docks. But Op4 does have $50 to use to fortify those areas. What they decide to choose. Yeah.
It's not a lot.
Okay, we don't know how they set their point system though, so it could be a lot.
So it could be a lot. It could. I mean, if they're going off the basic A6.
From what I've seen, it gives them about 10 to 15 assets, depending on what they choose. Anyway, Azariah, welcome. First thing I'd recommend is study all the things in F1. I'm not sure if you use the spectator camera. If you want to use tracers, it's either P or J. I hit both because I always forget, and it doesn't tell you which button does it. But that'll let you see tracers, grenades, and beautiful RPG shots.
No, just from initial observations, one thing that I've noticed is that inside the Redfall spawn zone, there's a hill that they spawn on top of. Just to the east side of it, Redfall can actually get eyes on the Blue Force spawn. They can actually observe what is going on and where the players can actually move out from. And that might be pretty handy to come into if they actually proceed to go through that route.
I mean, it is a possibility. It would be tough to see through the tree line. Blue 4 can't go all the way up to Hill 108, though, because that's outside of their spawn. But uphill, I mean, there is a possibility. But with that, Op 4 could also look into Blue 4 spawn. Just that thin tree line, yeah.
Are y'all getting a lot of fog? Because I'm getting a lot of fog.
No, there's a lot of fog. You're limited to about a little under a click. It was EU was like that too, so.
Yeah, I think Mission is doing that because I just set it on client side, then it overrode it.
Yeah, no, I checked render distance for EU Fight 1, and it adjusted my render distance and then immediately made the fog come back. So we're stuck at a click for render, but trust me, you won't miss anything.
Fair enough. All right. Well, as long as it's not like that one time where my render distance was like, what, 5 feet, then I'm happy. Or I'll be fine. I'll manage. But
Hey, Jan, I'm sorry to read all that, man. That really does suck. I mean, I know Bloodwind, we're going through a few relationship issues right now. But hey, I hope this cheers you up, man. I really do. That's the whole point of my content, is just to make people smile and hope everyone has a good time. So really, man, I hope you're okay.
RPG 18.
Life usually has its major ups and downs. You can't feel good without feeling some of the bad, and vice versa. So
26, I think.
I hope you're okay, man. Really.
Yeah, 26. The 18's a stick, but 26 is reusable. Otherwise, I'm not seeing Matt. I'm seeing a bunch of RPG 7s. I'm pretty sure the RPG 26.
I feel for you, man. I really do. I was when my ex left me. That was messy.
There is a
and she was malicious about it, but that's for a different time. But man, seriously, I hope you're okay. I hope you end up okay.
The vanilla RPG.
Hey, Gore, I'm all right. I was just
the 42
telling Yun here that he'll be okay.
RPG 42.
Things will be a-okay. All right, so guys, let's look at what we have on the side roster as we also kind of teach Azariah how this whole thing works. So if you mouse over your left menu, you'll see A's, B's, C's, and D's. We even have an E for Blue 4.
Yeah, because of the team being a bit clear.
Yep, so Alpha, if you just see a letter, that is the squad leader and the medic. Platoon HQ is self-designated, but it's always important to see who is third in line for Platoon HQ. For Blue 4, it's Bassbeard. He is the guy with the marksman rifle, which is one of, if not the deadliest gun out on the field for your side. Alpha, Bravo, Charlie, those are all infantry squads. Usually you have a Team 1 and Team 2, so B1, B2, A1, A2, blah, 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 and then the Ds are your Delta weapons team. So Delta, which you normally never see on its own because no one ever takes that squad leader's role because they prefer to operate as individual teams as D1, D2, and D3 respectively, which you get the bigger machine guns for. Op 4 in this case is the PKP. Blue 4, shut up. Blue 4 will have 240 Bravos. And then the Delta 4 team is the MAT team. That's important because usually they get a very powerful javelin, but sometimes it changes. EU changed up 2 of the missions, so they only had RPGs and whatnot. But what's important...
I'm not seeing any MAT on Blue 4. I'm seeing a bunch of MMG.
I'm seeing... So Pure Paradise is MAT for Op 4, but Blue 4 doesn't have it. But it's interesting to note, because once again, MAT for Op 4 is the RPG 42. It's not a javelin, so interesting call there.
It's the 42, which is still very capable, especially, but it doesn't have so the limitations with it are it's dumbfire. It's got decent ranging like a Carl Gustav, but it doesn't have a built-in rangefinder, like a laser rangefinder, even a visual one. So he's gonna need some kind of estimated guess or a assistant ranging for him in order to be accurate.
Well, the Blue 4 equivalent is a Carl Gustav, but it doesn't have a ranging system either. It's not the vanilla one, it's the RHS one. He doesn't get any spotting rounds. Actually, no, that's a small, never mind. But back to tutorial, E is your vehicle crews, and then F would be your pilots. And I've never seen anything past F. But there's no pilots for this one, so you don't gotta worry.
So bringing back up onto the point of that observation post that Red 4 are able to utilize, you can see T5 Bay and Dooley.
Yeah, Gore, if I had the numbers.
They're trying to scout what seems to be the forest line, see if they can get eyes into that. I'm not sure if they'll be able to through the mission parameters, but if they're able to get past the override, they'll be able to see straight into the Blue 14. The point about you saying that the
that right on the bat.
map teams is, I solely think that was because of the fact that Off4 weren't actually given any heavy assets, no statics, no vehicles, no MRAPs. It's literally just dudes and guns. So I think it's a smarter choice for Blue 4 to just pack the her MMG teams, but if they do misplay their assets and they lose one of those ASVs, they're going to be in a bit of trouble because they won't actually have a heavy asset to be able to take it out efficiently.
Yeah, I will say this though. Okay, go ahead, Barb.
Okay, well, I was gonna say there's a nasty rash in FNF of squandering vehicle assets in general, whether it be APCs, helicopters, you name it, they tend to squander them. And even when it's just trucks.
I will quickly to cut you off, like, past 2 weeks, they've actually been doing much better with their vehicle assets than they normally have. We've seen some pretty nasty helicopter fights. We've seen tanks duking it out with little birds. I would definitely say that the dedicated commanders have been getting a lot better with their vehicle assets. EU today was no exception. Assets, I didn't really see any squandering. There were some minor things, but, you know, everything was used pretty well, so I doubt we'll see that.
Crashing into a hillside as a helicopter or getting...
Yeah, let's not talk about what we saw 3 weeks ago on Op4's side, all right? That was one fluke. We're probably never going to see it again. When I say that, I mean probably another month until someone crashes the chopper again.
Month, all right.
I give it a month. It just statistically. But one interesting fact is... Blue 4 was told what their exact transport vehicle will see, and I've never seen that before. The designated MRAP, or Humvees, excuse me.
Sometimes they do. It just depends on the mission maker in the end, but sometimes that is the case.
So by the way, there is an opening in the tree line, and there's Blue 4 guys and Op 4 guys staring like right at each other. So I'd be willing to bet like on the get-go there might be a machine gun burst. If you look in between the alpha teams and where, let's see, I don't see a designation for these guys, so Dooley and T5 Bay are. I mean, there's nothing stopping Op 4 from having a machine gunner right there ready to let loose, but at the same time there's nothing stopping Blue 4 from having a Reed with one of their 117s ready to mow that position down. So
I'm moving one of the Delta teams up towards that observation post that Lurch Ellison has built up, but they're going along with the idea of trying to keep on top of the hill. Because this mission parameter is that they have to take the objective sequentially rather than at will, the key for Blue 4 to actually take this objective quite handedly is just getting on top of this hill. The moment that they can negate the high ground advantage that Op 4 will have, Blue 4 should be able to start steamrolling things with the ASVs and the overwhelming numbers that they have for the 20% man advantage.
So I agree with that, but I'm going to let you in on a little secret. You know how we have the meme in TSB where Eander is the AT god?
Yes.
Yeah.
We have our very own AT gods in Friday Night Fights. Last time we were on NAP as a map, someone made a 350, 400 meter shot with an RPG on a M2 MRAP.
No scope.
Yeah, no scope, like blind fired, and it was beautiful.
I think they were also using a VL, the enhanced heat rocket. They weren't using the 7Vs. So it was...
I've seen them be able to get a smoke shot on the engine block with a direct hit from a regular round. So I think it was a regular round because I refuse to believe they got it with the tandem heat warhead. But we don't know because no one saw it.
Just the advanced. But yeah, just going off what I know, I think it was the advanced. But we're going to argue about that all day.
Yeah, so just because Blue 4 has those true 2 117s doesn't necessarily mean Op 4 is out of the wood. Blue 4 is out of the woods, because Op 4 will definitely get a decent sniper shot. And it's already been brought up that sometimes assets are squandered. There was it was round 1 for EU where there were 2 117s on Blue 4, and they were used pretty well. However, Yanni, right off the get-go, when contact started with them, was able to get a beautiful snipe with one of the RPGs he had on one of those 117s. So you never know. It's just going to be a matter of what happens, who maneuvers what, and where it goes. And that's the beauty of Friday Night Fights, because even though we can call out what Blue 4 is probably going to do based off of the terrain just by staring at the map, I can assure you that even if Blue 4 has the edge in the beginning, it could get snuffed in the blink of an eye.
Yeah, and especially with those 117s, there's a lot of...
Got some guys going on the roof right here. They're checking things out.
I'm also seeing a bit of desync on the server. I don't know if you guys are getting that too.
It's very minor.
Okay. I'm just saying dudes ice skate around. But yeah, the 117s, for those who aren't in the know, they have a Mark 19, which
anyway,
is
Turtle, thank you so much for the tier 3 resub at 3 months, man. I hope you keep enjoying the ops. Hope you get a kick out tonight's Friday Night Fights. Hope you're staying safe from COVID-19. And I hope you get a kick out of watching these 90 players kill each other.
Armor. I think a 1 RPG, 2 tops will take it out, but they have 2 of them as well.
Slushy, no scope.
So look at the awful defensive positioning that
there was no scope on the RPG.
Platoon HQ's come up with. It looks like he's putting most of his MG teams up on this hill for a base of fire. There's a good arc of fire to the north and to the south at that position. And he's going for a double squad split onto his flanks. He's put Charlie and, well, I believe, 1 element of the Delta team onto the north side. And then he's put Bravo and Alpha on the south side. So he's kind of expecting a heavier resistance on the south side, thinking that that would be the way that Blue 4 would go. What would your guys' thoughts be about how you would approach this objective?
I mean, first off, let me point out there's a massive Op 4 force on the northern corner.
Yeah, they're spreading it out.
They're going to be rushing for that tree line as soon as the map is unhooked. They'll be pushing 200, 300 meters up into this little forest line, maybe into that factory up ahead, try and build like clinch Blue 4, try and catch them in a flanking fire if they're going to try and go straight uphill.
Yeah, I don't know how good that position will be, just in the grand scheme of things, but we'll see. It's awfully close to their spawn. I mean, yeah, 2 minutes left.
The thing that I think that they're failing to recognize is that Blue 4 are motorized.
Yep.
Op 4, if they try and rush for that warehouse position to try and get that flanking shot, they're not going to get that far. The closest that you'll be getting at, luckily, like if you're lucky, is that tree line. I don't see a situation where Blue 4 would delay that heavily for the
I'm not gonna lie, I don't know what I'd do as Blue 4 command in this AO.
So something we saw...
I genuinely don't.
I think 3 weeks ago on Takistan was a rush out of, like, a camping rush almost.
Blue 4
for
made a convoy, and then Independent made a counter convoy, and they almost ran into each other, but Independent stopped short and it got squandered, unfortunately.
Yeah, and so I would almost like to see something like that where I don't want to quite say a rush because
PKP setup.
Something about that in my gut just screams no, no, no. However, using these Humvees, they're not very well armored, but using the 117s as a spearhead and breaking through the arguably or admittedly pretty elastic defense lines that they had, that Red 4 has set up, if they're able to punch through maybe on the north side of Terminal 1, that big hill, and rush Terminal 1, set up a base of fire in that, compound, because lots of windows, lots of defenses that they can just take for themselves.
Real quick to cut you off, Blake is on a rooftop with one of the PKPs. He's part of the Delta machine gun team. He did just set up to look at Blue 4, but it looks like he's displacing right now. I was thinking we do have the Delta teams on these rooftops. They could immediately start firing on Blue 4.
So one thing that I've got to commend the Red 4 commander for thinking about more forward thinking is that he's actually not committing every one of his assets. His Alpha teams, Alpha 1, Alpha 2, and the Alpha Squad lead, they are more kept in reserve because, again, this op is not just a single objective where the first one is...
Hess, thanks so much for the Twitch Prime sub. Hope you keep enjoying the ops. Hope you get a kick out of this one.
To the first engagement.
Hope you're staying safe from COVID-19.
He is outnumbered in terms of the man advantage, and he's up against overwhelming straight away to counteract this Blue Force initial push.
So with that initial push, we're seeing the 117s go north with a number of Humvees squad, Strakotenko. And
This
his
is gonna
squad
be a
coming down to the
bloodbath.
South by Munsingen. And a
Ooh,
little
that
disjointed.
Red 4 Charlie
push, but-
team's pushing for that forest line. They're going to run right into the ASVs.
Oh,
They
this-
have
this
AT
might
on
be
the
bad.
front line by Akif. He needs to pull it out because that 117's about to breach the top, but
I
it
don't know,
stops
it's
short.
Yeah, he's pulled it out.
He's waiting he's waiting to crest. That way the ASV can't fire back.
The ASV is looking far, far past. They haven't spotted anything, and the Alpha 2 Humvee is pushing up. It should draw fire soon, but yeah, the engine of the 117 is drawn attention of the Red 4 team here, the Charlie Red team, or Charlie.
They're not
Red
even
4.
looking in that direction, even from the driver's perspective.
Oh, and there's the fire.
He did just kill a Delta guy though, but
Ooh,
AT's
yeah.
about to boop him.
And
Here's the shot.
What was that other one?
Overshoots.
2 whiffs.
One did hit, the other one actually missed. So
Okay, so they were having some desync.
interesting. Yep, there is a little bit of ricochet desync going on. Third rocket just went over, gets the kill.
Was that the fragging over the ridge line? Well, it looks like a couple of the Red 4 Charlie people are flanking around to the north side, get that flanking angle, eliminate the defilade.
Blue 4 dismounted right on top of Op 4.
So we're going to see some CQC here. It's what, 8 against 1?
Yeah, this is pretty painful though, because I don't know what's up with the server, because we had 93 people on last week and it was fine. But the desync, man, someone's having a really big boo-boo on their internet.
Maybe. Man.
Ooh.
I believe that was one of the Delta teams, actually, the MMG team that just got whacked from Sergeant Bridges' team.
That's
the
messy.
7 by the factory, the crew that just
Blue 4 is down up here. We have the other 117 up here.
Looks like Blue 4 are committing with the secondary ASV on that.
I don't
flank
know,
and,
guys, like-
penetrate it through so that they can actually
Oh
have
my
that.
God,
open.
yeah.
I don't think the
Okay.
server can really handle this right
But
now.
with this hill, they're not going to be able to have effective GMG fire, and they're going to have to go for
Cartwheel in the
direct
air.
hit too. And it's
Yeah, the
looking
desync
deep
tonight's
for some reason.
really-
I think they're spawned.
God, I don't know.
Might
We're
be
probably
a
gonna have a
slight
server
desync issue on
reset
that
in the
end.
middle, but
True.
this is a different
Which
server,
is
so I don't know.
Very unfortunate. But
Yeah.
that Red 4 team, they're pulling back west because they know that they need to skedaddle and get back to a easily defensible position.
It's kind of a risk that
is
paid
he
off to some
looking?
degree for them. They were able to take out some of the assets and level the playing field. But as a result of that, they gave away that flank. They let Blue 4 penetrate straight through.
Penn's AFK.
Yes, it was at the expense of one of the most powerful assets, but they managed to get like 2 fire teams and a machine gun team into that flank, deep inside, and now the Charlie...
It can't be out also. I think it's just someone's internet connection being
And
a
no, they're
bit
actually
too
shooting back
laggy
at the,
here.
Blue
We'll see
4
it
Alpha team
level
next
up
to
though
the
as people get
crest,
killed,
but,
so...
Probably kind of a miscue in my opinion, because they're going to be.
The fact
out in
we're
the
seeing
open
people go
trying to
back
charge
and forth
this,
right here. We saw it with
these
EU
buildings.
as well,
A couple
so...
casualties for Blue 4 over here, but many more casualties for Red 4. As
Toxic, I just used the garrison
big
module and
flank
Achilles.
On the northern side, as they've
I'm also
gone
letting
past-
these
they've
guys
gone
speak
past that
together
hill,
'cause they're having a
55
good dynamic.
in that factory. And down south, we have Scandi Recon action.
Yeah, one
They've gone
person
to
with a
big
shitty
factory,
connection can lag the entire
oil
server. Welcome to
refinery
Arma
down
Netcode.
here on the
It
south side of
sucks.
UAL, and they're making their way north now.
We have
What's
Scandia
going out
Recon
from
down
Stanley,
here.
from Uniski. I think he's just trying to poke the bear on that orange 2-story.
Yep, there are 4 guys on... I think it's called a Terrence. I don't remember the exact asset, but they're going to be fighting with each other. It's Severe and Whale firing down at Scandi Recon's position. Looks like Yanni did get a bullet. He's quickly bandaging up, but with Blue 4's lines here, we are seeing a group of Blue 4 by where they killed those 4 Op 4 dudes. Looks like they are in a firefight back and forth. I'm seeing some hippity-hoppity. Rust is now in a tree. Yeah, I don't know what we're going to do, though, because the desync is just... It's really bad today, you know? But the 117 now coming up to offer some supporting fire. There was a lot of Op 4 AT that went out on that previous 117, but the 117 just driving by. Just literally drove
without
through
AT,
Op 4.
The worst they can do is just take out the wheels. But yeah, I'm sure Op 4 is like, just let it go past. Because they are restricted to first person and everything.
See, what's funny though is
Or GL's coming in, rather.
yeah, so the GLs are coming to hit the Vic, but the players thought of using the GLs after the vehicle drove by. So you know how when you drive a vehicle next to infantry and you're all players fighting AI and the AI will start GLing the Vic, but the GLs will fall short and hit the infantry? That's what I'm being reminded of right now. Also, Morrison just got one-tapped in the face. Looks like some of the desyncs starting to clean up because I'm seeing a little less rubber banding here.
One
So
thing
I
to
don't
know
know.
is that, well, on the topic of AT for that Charlie team that took out the first ASV, they expended all of their AT.
Yep.
They actually didn't have anything.
They had two guys. There was
Default man getting
Keith
shot.
And who was the other guy? I think he's actually dead. But
it's back.
Killed.
Oh, that's the marksman. That's Basebeard over by the red warehouse. Yeah, he took some shots and he got a good kill on that guy.
So it looks like all of the AT on this northern flank has actually been expended for the sake of that one ASV, which is kind of a big misplay on the handling of the AT asset. They committed way too much. I feel like that what they should have done is tolerate the desync a little bit further, but as a result of that, they lost so much of their pressure in the top side of the map, just so that they could get rid of one asset, but surprise, surprise, there's two.
Yeah, the other guy that I was thinking of was Gunnery Sergeant Lafave. He is
I
dead
have
as
a
well,
random-
so that's all the AT, unless someone
Got a
picks
random
up,
defensive line made right
they
here.
are able to
Interesting.
find that one body. I think it'll have one rocket at most.
Oddfall's marksman seems to be where they killed the previous ASV. He's hanging around in that hill waiting for and trying to get eyes on this Alpha
Scanny
team
Recon
from Bluefall, but
redeploying
it
back
doesn't seem to
here.
be that he's able to find anything. Mainly because of the fact that they're playing defensive right now for medical, just wrapping up that Charlie contact, but after that I
See
presume
people leaving, but other people coming in to try to grab
they
a
might be
slot, and
doing
that's just
the
going to keep
long
the
lane,
desync
just
going. In fact, make it a little
waiting
bit
for stuff to
worse.
happen and reporting the movement to some kind of command leadership. Because both
Moore's leaning to the right,
commanders
so
are
he
both
doesn't.
fighting
So he looks dead.
Well, one thing that I would note is that the center defense, the Delta teams on top of those two.
Yeah, the desync's also
three,
causing this, where
small
people look
structures,
down, but
they've
they're not.
actually replaced into the forest line just for a little bit behind that position, and they're keeping the rise north. I think the platoon commander.
Yeah, no,
actually
I know,
found
you
another
can't stop
misplay
around
on
from,
that side
in
of it,
progress,
or the
unfortunately.
Delta's made a misplay, and he's actually broken that flank down. And he's just kind of cut his losses at this point. It's less so about
But
what
when you
Charlie
get
can do
stuff
to,
like that, it's hard to
try
tell.
and recover the situation.
Oh my
It's more a case of
God.
how can platoon like shore up his
That-
defense on that side.
that was
because he's
beautiful.
still taking engagement on his south side, getting put under pressure.
Oh.
Yeah, Scandy. Yeah, they've pushed.
Who
way
needs
far left,
commentary
which is
when you have
surprising.
desync?
And Whale Squad. I think it was by Hudson or
We got Op4 trying to stall this one group up here.
Pretty much be the direct one-to-one defense against them, but that's drawing their lines even more thin. And with the northern side completely exposed, that might prove.
I'm not gonna lie, like, it's hard to get words in here because there's just so many places you gotta cover, and I think with 3 people commentating, it doesn't.
As a result of them pushing this far in, we know that the
Makes it
objectives have to be
really
taken
tough
sequentially.
to.
And usually when people
How do I
take
put
an
this?
objective
3
A,
people
they'll
focus
often
on
be
one
like a
area
rolling
and
combat
commentate
where
about, but
people
there's just
push
so
into
many
objective B,
planes
people
going
fall
around
back.
right now because it's a
Scandi
90-person
most likely
PvP thing.
recognize this as an opportunity to try and lance head into Objective 2 so that as soon as Objective 1 falls, they can start Objective 2, and that puts a Red Fort on the back hill that they have to pull back from the top of that hill all the way down to the dockyard.
And they're talking about that
And
objective
with
going
that,
up right there.
Red 4 can lose Terminal 1 and Terminal 2, and if they either hold out on time or kill all of Blue Fort, they still win. We've seen it happen a few times where the objective gets pulled out from under the defenders, and a very nice clutch win happens for the attackers. So it's not out
I think
of the
they're
realm of
firing up at
possibilities
Rex
that
position.
they
I
could
think
be
he put a
setting
few
up
shots
like that,
downrange.
where they go for essentially
I don't
a
know if
multi-layer
someone got run
objective
over.
attack. But we're seeing Scandy Recon in close combat. Lurch is now down. Acid Pantalones and some other stragglers like Whale and Funray are in contact as well. But
Yep, more crawling
the
back.
numbers
He
are in
could
favor
set
of
up right
Blue
here on the
Fort
left
by
here.
About 2-1.
Yeah, even then, it's going to be kind of outpositioned and pushing them to that northeast side. Right now, Red Fort doesn't really have a firing position that's actually quintessentially better than the one that Scandi are able to put out right now. They surely have the fortifications of the 2-story building, but there's not many firing positions out from that vector. So
They're
they
still
aren't
firing
able
up
to
at
put
Rec.
down
I mean,
a
Moore
overwhelming
could
amount of
flank
fire.
around and get a shot here. He's just camping here instead. Yeah, more sweating bullets,
We'll have to
definitely.
see, as far as that, like I said, Lurch is down, and not
Vic
seeing
is
him
pulling
really
back there
up.
too.
We're seeing a lot of.
All right, I'm gonna make a judgment call. I'm gonna explain myself afterwards, but it's just again, because they're covering something all the way back here, but because there's so much different PvP going on, I don't like having multiple commentators in one channel. I think it's great, but there's just so much stuff going on that it's hard to kind of bounce 3 people together at one angle. So, covering what they were doing, they're talking about how Scandia Recon's pushing around the southern side. We see Severe, who was with Whale and his group, engaging Scandia Recon as they came around. They've pulled back to try to deal with them, but Op4 is a man down. Meanwhile, looking at a different angle, Blue 4 is pulling a lot of guys back over here, and I guess trying to regroup. Meanwhile, Op4 rushed a team of 5 up here to kill Wreck. And right now, Moore is still just chilling right here. I don't know what he's waiting for. It just takes one Blue 4 guy to look to the right and see that body to take them out. But let's go look at this position right here. RPG just went in. Windows knocked out. No one's down. Again, that desync is making this a little tough to identify. Also, Blue 4 has 5.56 carry handles. Interesting. Normally you see them with M4s instead. But Lurch is probably going to stay bleeding out right there. Nemesis pushing up on his own, takes a grenade to his right. I mean, even my symbols are desyncing out. That's what's got to suck here. But Nemesis usually is a really strong player for running up and killing things on his own. So I think he's going to go right up here and get a few bandages. And he's got to be careful, though, because he is exposed on that opening. Meanwhile, Moore still chilling right there. I don't know what he's trying to do, and we still have Penn over there that's AFK, so I guess we'll get him kicked for the next round if he doesn't return. The first round I did Shoutcast, we did have an AFK player on Blue 4 that just stayed alive the entire time as the last Blue 4 guy alive, which was pretty fun. There we go, so Moore unfortunately lags out, so we're not going to see that shot happen to the guys on the left here. And we still have Nemesis. I guess he's still bandaging or trying to look around, but Op4 is pulled back. They're going to try to hold this position and bait into areas. No, they're setting up firing lines here instead. But Blue 4 is basically coming back up and repurposing their objectives. I'm going to go ahead and unmute myself again.
Anyway, yeah, it looks like that Red 4 team, Red 4 Bravo, they are pulling back now to Terminal 1. Yeah, I guess they're not going to try and do a pincer on Scandy, which is, well, suffice to say, unfortunate. Speaking of Scandy, Nemesis is actually pushed up on his own ahead of the rest of Scandy, separated not too far distance, but in close quarters like this, pretty far considering.
Well, they actually were able to clean up those contacts in that little vicinity. They've had to pull back towards the second objective, and they've got a much better firing position. If they can lure Scandy into that little clearing, they have got a lot of firing
grenade
positions
going
that
over.
they can station from.
Another grenade going over
down the road and also from the grass hill side. It's a perfect kill zone.
Yeah, and I think that's what they were.
Oh wow!
Sorry, Fun Guy's team when he came in to kind of block against.
There goes Lurchstein.
With the numbers they had, I think that
Blue 4's coming up to this position to clear out. They're still
playing for.
All 3 terminals are still up for grabs.
Blow, you know?
Yeah, they were trying to make conservative.
Nemesis getting caught out of position here.
Yeah, which is a smart thing to do is on defense with the numbers disadvantage on top of the squad wipe up north. Like
Outcast has climbed up to this little ledge. No, he's in the building. Okay.
Dangerous team.
Outcast just shot. No, Finn probably just shot at Outcast.
Southeast of Terminal 1, and they're either going to be caught out to enfilade fire from Blue 4 Bravo, or
Blue 4 is coming down now.
Outmaneuvered and have to reposition and then get caught out in the open. Those are my 2 possible predictions. Right now, not much is happening, so
You got Terminal 1, Op 4 on the northern side are engaging Alpha 2 and Alpha 1. Even if Scandy Recon overcomes Severe's team back watching Terminal 2, they'll still have to clear Terminal 1 first, and Terminal 1 has all of these buildings as enterable. except the exact corner ones from the looks of it. So that leaves a lot of positions for Op4 to deploy themselves and deal with anyone coming up to this area. The only weakness of it is to the southeast, where there's a little bit of uphill, but there is a Bravo team set up right here, and it looks like they're starting to engage a Delta team and Platoon HQ getting on a rooftop, so we're going to see a big firefight right there. Really, it's going to be a matter of how does Blue 4 reconvene with their units, and where are they going to send the flanking strike to go in as the longer range guns, such as the machine guns, exchange fire.
This is one of the more complicated sides of an engagement, because this multi-layered attack upon 3 different flanks is a genius play.
Ooh.
But it's when you try and
Was that Whale?
collapse all
That
of
was
those,
Whale.
elements from different sectors into one objective. If Red 4 play this right, and if Blue 4 time their assaults wrong, their Bravo and Delta teams on top of the hill, if they attack early, they'll just be wiped out by overwhelming firepower from a superior position
Acid
in
is
terms of,
about to get
Red 4 Alpha and
flanked
Delta
by
teams.
Flying Finn here.
And that'll leave the other flank of it, which is the Blue 4 Alpha.
He looks away at the worst time, and Finn drops him.
Have any support. They rely on each other.
Sorry, Scanty Recon, they're making moves on Terminal 2. They've taken out Whale, and Finn just took out the AT down there. So we have Severe coming in from the north. He's got a machine gun coming on to Nemesis' and Outcast position.
He might be able to hear the medical. He's going to catch Outcast out of position.
Oh,
One shot! Never mind. Here comes the rest of the Bulls. Nemesis still down. Might wake up. Infidel climbing over, but it looks like Severe's going to back up, possibly double tap Nemesis. Nope, Nemesis died. Oh, yeah, because there are the gunshots. A little bit of desync.
Oh, God. Yeah, a little bit. Just a little bit. But Infidel's very keenly aware of those gunshots, but will he be aware of Severe?
Bravo's taking multiple bullets.
Infidel. Nope.
And there he goes. Skelly can look out the window, though, possibly hit Severe, but Severe is too quick. The lag switches are too grandiose. Meanwhile, looking back over at Bravo 1 and Bravo 2.
Oh, no. Yanni. Oh, Yanni actually turns
Wow.
around. No, he didn't even trade, did he?
No, Yanni's still alive.
He got wounded in his leg. He's bleeding quite heavily, and he's got a big old cripple.
Yeah.
Severe able to get 3 kills, though. But Op4, Bravo 1 and Bravo 2, they're being forced to pull back. They took 2 KIAs. I'm not seeing any KIAs on the Blue 4 side, though, so... nope, there is one.
Is the Alpha Squad lead, Corporal Drake, and he's lining up a shot on Adriano right now.
Is Adriano sliding around on the ground for you as well?
It's a desync issue.
Oh, absolutely. I'm just wondering. Drake's looking over at Adriano, not sure what's going on. Finn... I think sometime, but now we're looking at a 4-2
I've seen this bug before.
T5 Bay is now coming in on the rear flank towards Nemesis and Outcast's position.
Looking from Finn's perspective, he's actually got eyes on Drake. And Drake
Adriano turns around and just dunks him. But now he's getting shot at by Finn. It's the prone bug. You're going to see it a lot more often in desync, but now that he's crippled, he's not going to have it anymore.
Yeah, Adriano's taking a lot of fire. Is that all from Finn?
Hashtag, he did take some shots from Finn, yes. Drake fired first. Adriano was able to get him, and then Finn shot at Adriano, not PID'ing properly.
The only person that is still in this area for Objective 2 was one of
Yeah,
the
maybe,
Alpha
Dingo,
medics, so
maybe. With all these people here, I don't want a platoon lead with desync, man.
That they're commonly known for. Holding
We have
down the second
Daedra crawling
objective.
back right here.
If the rest of the Blue 4 forces play this right and Red 4 is forced to pull back, they're going to walk into the middle of a shit sandwich.
Alright, so we've got the Blue 4 guys up on the hill exchanging fire with the terminal. The 1117 has inched up within 150 meters of the area, and they're still suppressing that northern building where hostiles are. Scandia Recon's still around, but T5 Bay just killed Skelly from a 2-story window.
Oh, yeah, T5 Bay in that kind of French townhouse kind of looking thing. Some shots coming back from, I think, Yanni.
His first kill.
Yeah, let's see.
No, Yanni's looting bodies right now. For those of you who don't know, was he? Ouch. T5 Bay is one of the stronger players in Friday Night Fights, so he'll utilize those single-person tactics to wreak havoc on a larger force. But anyway, the 1117 is going to the east, trying to hide behind buildings. I'm not sure if it was spotted yet. I'm assuming that there is someone with AT in this op4 position that can deal with it. I just am having trouble finding them.
It doesn't look like they have anything available on that northeastern sector. They'd have to bring it up from a different element or a different.
There's no AT guys alive.
Yeah, looking at the map, there's no AT markers.
Yeah, there's no AT, so they have no way to deal with that 1117. But Blue 4 is not going to know that. What is Mountain doing?
There's the Mountain.
Mountain is being the Mountain.
He is menacing.
What a Chad.
And he got out. Definitely some lag going on here.
Oh yeah.
Unfortunately, with a full server, full TeamSpeak, full armor server. Ooh.
And Blue 4 is doing a massive smoke push on the northeastern flank. Meanwhile, Delta teams are overwatching them. And we still have all the Blue 4 guys to the north. I'm surprised they're not coming in to close the gap. But Op4, honestly, they only got T5 Bay in the back, and the rest of them are defending Terminal 1 to make their last stand. But I mean, it's definitely a little over a 2-to-1 ratio, Blue 4 to Op4 players.
I wonder if they disabled the Mark 19 on the 1117, because if they have, or if they haven't, then I'm confused.
Oh, that thing should be firing. You know, that might be the case, because I wasn't really seeing any GMG shots from the 1117 in EU, so I'd be willing to bet it's probably empty.
If I was the gunner of that, I would level all.
Oh yeah, I would just be going crazy. And we got one guy trying to shoot. It's Pierce trying to shoot the optics out of the 1117. He just fired a grenadier round 2, but the 1117, what it doesn't realize is some of the shots are going off the corner and vectoring off the side. Perfect grenade shot hits Brady in the back, but he's just staying strong right there. And he's trying to shoot out some of the Blue 4 guys, getting right up to the trees back here for cover.
Some of the Blue 4 Delta teams are actually getting taken out on top of these buildings.
Hold up, Give Me Your Melt goes down by the Blue 4 1117. Amazing.
Did he? No.
No, like this is the 50 cal, and that's the 40mm grenade launcher. Indigo. But wait, no, you're Indigo. My bad. Let me know.
M81 Woodland.
Okay, I'm sorry. I'm just saying what normally happens. Okay, I'm sorry. I apologize.
So that's unfortunate.
So Indigo came into my stream. I was fact checking him on what it's supposed to have. I didn't even read his name. He's telling me that the 1117s are rescripted to have 50 cal and 240mm. So basically like a BTR.
240mm?
The 240 Bravo.
There you go.
Shut up.
That's like a howitzer.
So 50 cal and 7.62. Shush. Shush. I'm sorry, I misspoke. 240mm, they would need a much bigger platform for that thing.
So knowing that Op4 don't have any AT,
my bad, guys. I'm sorry.
The strategy
head's
that
a mess.
I would want to employ is put all of my infantry interior inside the buildings. Yes, they only have the 50 cal and the 7.62, but they can still do a fair bit
next
of
wave
damage.
coming
if you
up.
pull your infantry into a secluded area where the Vic can't be as
yeah,
strong
MBTs
as
only have
where it's
120mm,
so
so you need double the size.
You can have a much more tighter CQC matchup where you can actually level the playing field a little bit. You've got the angles, you know how to wait for Blue 4 to come into the death trap.
So by the way, I think Patriot, it was either Patriot or Give Me Your Milk, they were trying to do medical to Milk, and one of them just got mag dumped by something. So now Boston's gonna probably try to stabilize them, but I'd be willing to bet it might have been Hudson. No, wait, yes. Yeah, there's so much desync that I can't tell who's unconscious or not, so. Ay. But we have Blue 4 kind of closing that. It was a northern push, now it's turning into a western push. And that's going to spread Op4 up there super duper thin. I'm willing to bet we're probably going to see Op4 get wiped before the terminals are cleared. But honestly, this round hasn't really been that fair because there's been desync throughout the entirety of this match. So we're seeing, I thought I saw Give Me Your Milk die. His body slid across. Boston still trying to apply medical. We still have Brady down here. Firing, and we just had an RPG shot by Blake miss. It just went to the right of Mountain's 1117. And I think Blake's out.
actually pushing on that red 4 objective. They committed all their forces onto that M117, and they're not even watching that vector where Blue Force literally just going to walk in.
Oh yeah, Anderson and
Blue
his
4 is
crew
running
come out the back.
platoonly because my
GL's taking
graphics
that
crashed.
position
Ouch.
away
Oh,
as suppressing fire. Which
ouch,
is,
It's a
man.
two-pronged attack. Alpha team is pushing in from that vector, and Jason, the Bravo
So-
team, is pushing in. It's a two-prong.
just to point something out right now, Indigo was Blue 4's platoon lead. He crashed because his graphics card crapped out. So Blue 4 is doing this without being told to. They're just collapsing on, I think, whatever Indigo's plan was, and it's.
Collaborating, but yeah, they don't have
They don't have a centralized command, but we see Blake has gone unconscious. Hudson is still unconscious. I mean, Op 4 doesn't have a lot of men here. Yep, Firefighter just won that fight with Jones, but 50 is now firing out that direction. Firefighter might get blue on blue because he's running right up to the arc where those bullets are going. There's the double tap. Blake looks like he woke back up. He has a tandem heat warhead, but I mean, Blue 4's in here now. We see T5 Bay in the back by some trash. Mannerheim breaching in, but Bay lets him go past. Bay also has a Blue 4 rifle and Blue 4 AT. Gets into a fight with Mannerheim. Has to reload, though.
He's trying to pull away, but Mannerheim has eyes on him.
Mannerheim's right behind him, but the D-Sync's making it hard to shoot each other.
He's most likely called it into Montgomery. Montgomery's going to be watching that vector.
Yep.
Oh, Beyblade, let her rip. T5 pulls a spin move, and I think landed a hit on Montgomery. And
Bay is crippled now. Warwick's coming around. Warwick's probably going to... Oh, Bay might... Oh! Gets shot in the knee. Achilles healed. And... Wow. All right. Op 4 is down to a few guys.
Yeah, this is looking like a pretty decisive Blue 4 victory. I mean,
Oh, yeah.
the Charlie Squad wipe for Op 4 up north was honestly the first hard falling, you know?
I just watched a firefight where Vito should have won, but Blue 4 like desynced left and right off the doorway, and then all of a sudden Blue 4 reappeared and Vito dropped dead. I mean, yeah. I'm watching something here. Same just happened with Dooley, like...
I just watched that with Dooley. Like, shots were even, like, fired.
Oh, Vito woke back up and got some revenge on Hentai Face here. We call him that because look at his fucking face.
Yeah, fucking Hoyt over there.
And Dooley wakes back up, desyncs back and forth. Vito now goes unconscious because I think Dooley just shot and killed Vito. Friendly fire. But you can't tell because the desync.
God, this is unfortunate to say the least.
There's two Op 4 guys still alive right now. One is critically wounded. Hudson's getting a bunch of Nope, Hudson's the guy that's screwed. So we have Stalingrad here. Jesus.
So it looks like it's going to recon in preparation for that second objective. They're trying to do what I was saying earlier about trying to shoot home to instantly lose both the first and the second terminals at the same
This is
time.
really
It might not even
base.
matter. There's not even that many
I don't know why the
left.
server's desyncing this hard. It's really unfortunate.
I mean, it's literally just Dooley and Hudson now.
You just blink?
It's not even a fight anymore.
Hudson's like on the ground. He just licked his lips.
The major misplay from Op 4 here was overcommitting that.
What?
Trying to take out one of the ASVs.
I think that was more of...
Wait, watch Hudson. Get him, Hudson! Hudson gets him!
As your hot mic. What? Yeah, that's some chunky business right there, man. He's... okay, Liru, you remember the headless bug thing?
Yeah?
I think that's happening because of all the desync. So he
That's
is
amazing.
crumpled on the ground. And
That was
killing
absolutely amazing. He's stuck. He's bandaging himself. I'm seeing bandages appear. Go, Hudson, go. Be the ghost we all need you to be. Dooley drops Boston.
Staffenby's just woken back up.
Yep.
Staffenberger, yeah.
Is that what you call him? I call him Stalingrad because I can't pronounce his name.
You can't pronounce anything.
But Blue 4, their first attack wave has been halted, but they still have like 2 more. Come on, Hudson, I believe in you. Oh my god. Dreek is still alive. He's looking around, he's scared. He knows Hudson is still alive, licking his lips and blinking. He's ready for more.
Yeah, Stauffenberg.
He's now shooting his gun to try to bait more Blue 4 guys to come in.
He just killed.
They just killed Drake. What the fuck, Hudson?
Yeah, I mean, this isn't anything on Hudson's end that he can.
Yeah, Hudson wouldn't be able to see that he's down like this, but everyone else isn't gonna see his body. He's getting suppressed right now too.
Yeah, I guess there's.
Because Blue 4 has no idea what's going on. Get him, Hudson!
I would just call for the 50 cal just to start raking on that second story. They know that the
Drake
fire's
won't back up and
angle,
immediately goes
so
back
at that point, they
unconscious.
Say, look, we're taking fire from this area. We know which building he
Oh my
roughly is in,
God.
because we can't garrison the corner buildings. Rake it until you.
How many kills does
are
Hudson
out
have?
of bullets, 'cause
Hudson
essentially
has
80 to 90%
6
of the operations are
kills
down.
doing his prone tactic.
Yeah,
So-
like 90, 95, but points still made.
I have a theory. Ready? Hudson, he's at 6 kills right now. I think he's like this because Blue 4 is giving him a BJ.
Giving him a what?
A BJ. Tell me I'm wrong.
You're wrong.
Are you? Look at where that dead Blue 4 guy's head is.
No. For once, I have to agree with Liru. That's pretty square in his crotch.
Well, so that's what they're doing with the 50 cal. They're telling us to rake it.
Blue 4's trying to suppress, but the blow jump powers are too strong.
Yeah, like
Hudson's able to dodge all the shots.
What this is like they have to hit Hudson's body on the ground, not in sight, to hurt Hudson's ghost.
Dooley's doing a massive melee on Boston's body, but Boston's body tanked all the shots.
This is pretty cursed.
Oh, there it is. Oh gosh, and he put it in his butt. Oh man.
Yeah, Staffenberger, Dooley, Hudson, and Vito.
And Blue 4 just doesn't know how to go in.
Yep, Vito's just bled out.
Oof. I mean, they.
Let's go, Blue 4. Let's
Again, they don't have a platoon commander because
My
Indigo
God.
crashed out, so they have between Mannerheim and.
I can hear
Brennan,
Hudson's footsteps.
Yanni or flying. Those are the squad leads that markers that I'm seeing on the map. They have to be able to communicate with each other.
Whoa,
And say,
Mannerheim
hey,
doing his
yeah,
flight.
this is none of us in that Terminal 1.
Doing his
and
no-clip.
No one's replying from Terminal 1. We gotta make another attack, because the objective obviously hasn't popped, and they're getting no contact from it. No radio contact.
Oh
so
my
it's like,
god.
It's just a matter of time. And we don't, do either of you two know what the time limit is? Because we're actually, we're only like 30 minutes in.
We might see time called in 2 minutes. Because last round it was at 50 when the 15-minute timer was called. Honestly, if I was Blue 4, I would have no idea what to do. You're fighting a ghost and 2 desyncy boys, but you yourself are desyncy boys, but desync so far has been favoring the defender. So, I mean, we're going to have to see another attack wave of Blue 4 come in, but will Hudson carry it? So Hudson's at 6 kills. Let's see, Dooley is at 2 kills, and
Staffenberger's at 2 as well.
Stalingrad is also at 2 kills. You are absolutely right.
In his name. You're killing me.
They are fighting Bassbeard, though. Bassbeard has 2 kills and a marksman rifle, and he is scoping out Hudson's position. But thankfully, Hudson has figured out the prone blowjob tactic. He's still looking around, trying to play it safe, waiting for more guys to come in so he can kill them.
What's funny is that Bassbeard is standing on top of the 2 guys who got mowed down, and so he's
By the
doing
triple
thing of-
1-7. Oh yeah, he's
Hey,
literally
these
teabagging one of them.
These friendlies are they died here. That couldn't possibly mean that I
Ooh,
died here. As
Bassbeard just got hit by Stalingrad.
Either Staffenberger or Hudson.
No, it was Staffenberger. He's the one shooting up there.
Yeah, it's definitely Staffenberger. Through 2 windows.
By the way, Dooley's dead, and Staffenberger gets shot.
Ooh, so now that's left is Hudson's ghost to defend Terminal 1.
All right, Hudson's ghost, you got this. I think he can do it.
At this point, I would just try and just surround the building on each of the entry points. They just start
But it's
firing.
like-
Hudson's firing back. Gets Mannerheim.
The whole argument is like, for the issue.
Get him, Hudson!
They have to find Hudson's body and shoot him.
I'm not gonna lie, an admin needs to call this right now. Mannerheim just died. They're firing back. Jemiah's running up. He's got no idea what's going on. And Jemiah just died. Yeah, an admin needs to call this because they're fighting a fucking ghost. Like, oh, there's 15 minutes at the 50-minute mark. All right. Hold up, Hudson just...
Dying?
Hudson died!
Well, okay, so maybe it wasn't glitched for some people. Ha 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 ha.
No, that's probably it. Yeah, he wasn't glitched for some people, but he was definitely glitched for others. So, Hudson's ghost did disappear too. I don't know where his body. I'm gonna find him on the roster here.
His body just went 15 clicks out to sea. I just saw it at the very last second.
No. Come on, I gotta find it. Where? What was his full name?
It's Hudson. He's in,
Private Hudson. He's on A1. He is now.
He's in one of the buildings.
Wait,
on
what?
The western side. I have him on the western side of the building, just dead among the pile of bodies.
Yeah, no, he's there, dead. I guess. Yeah. We were glitched out and seen him, but. Yep, they're gonna restart the server too. But wow, oh wow, there's the server crash.
Yeah,
There we go. Woo! Red chain party! Red chain party!
Round one to
Can I get an F in chat for Hudson's ghost, please?
Fucking big F, yeah.
Big F
So
for
they are-
Hudson's
They are
ghost.
restarting the server. Let's hop up and catch debrief.
Hudson's ghost!
Yeah, Adri killed 20.
It
And
was
someone
insane,
else
it
killed
was
12 as well. Someone else killed 12 on the first mission, and then on the second one, Adri killed 20.
Oh my god.
Goddamn thing, because everybody's switching.
Don't worry
Hey,
about it.
is my microphone working?
Yes.
Okay, for some reason, my microphone wasn't working, despite it saying it was in the actual server room.
So they had to restart the EU server as well here. So
Anderson,
now it's gonna be a race to get on the server
What
before
is
everyone
up?
else.
will you let us know when the server's back up?
I will.
Thank you.
Out of curiosity, for the scoreboard of platooning, is that my point or is that Indigo's? Because he disconnected halfway through.
My body hurt.
Oh my god.
Blue
Rest
floor
in
one,
peace,
so
Invisible
it's
Man. Definitely.
Indigo's, right?
Draw at best.
But I took over halfway through because he disconnected.
No, it's Indigo's.
No, it's Indigo's, buddy. Also, Sphere,
Mm-hmm.
did you like my 180 head tap?
That was
I'm
actually
sure it was the
beautiful, yeah.
slowest 180 head tap in reality, but it looked really quick on the
Well,
screen.
I was. No, you caught me midway.
Did we have a fucking server
healing myself.
crash?
Break. I want to ask, who was that unlucky Op 4 machine gunner that was next to the 3 buildings and he like proned out in the road and everybody fired on him?
That might have been me.
Yeah, did you die right off the start, pretty much?
Yes, that was me. I was trying to line up on the road for hard cover, and I just like, oh, there's the enemy. I lie down, get 3 shots off, and die.
Yeah, we saw you, and I called it out to our squad leader. I was like, hey, I think there's an MMG team sitting up at these buildings. Their machine gunners just laying down in the middle of the road. You want me to shoot them? And I didn't get a response back until you started firing, so I just tapped you a couple times in the head.
Paige, I may or may not have slammed.
No, I know.
Hopefully there will be less desync for round 2, but that was...
I couldn't hear you. I don't know.
So
That was messy.
Alright, break.
stab up.
Break, guys.
Stop bitching at each other. Y'all can talk, just stop bitching at each other. I don't...
By the way, took my gun afterward.
Oh
Yeah.
my god.
No,
Please, one
pen
person
was
at a
or
time.
something.
There's
Just
a
going
lot
up,
of
give me
problems
some
with
time.
that.
Yeah, it happens. I hope there's no desync in the next 2 rounds.
For what it's worth, we had the exact same issue in the EU server
Excuse
and
me.
restarting it fixed it, so...
I know I already said it,
quick
but I'm
question
so sorry
for
to
you,
everyone that I killed.
Anderson, do we have any space in the player slots?
We are at 84 clients, so there are 6 slots.
Is the server back up?
I loaded it in with the wrong mod, and when it came back in, someone took my spot.
Is the server back up?
Well, you didn't miss much.
No, it's not.
Yeah, I saw.
No, server's not back up.
The Twitch thing.
I gotta say, that, by the way, it kind of sucked. My
Yeah, we
friend
trusted
crashed while
Hudson to
loading,
carry.
The guy who took his spot was AFK the entire time.
Aw, that fucking
That's
sucks.
fucked.
That's base.
Wait, so Op4 was completely eliminated?
Yes.
Yeah.
How
You used all your resources at Terminal 1, didn't you?
No, he
Well,
lagged
I
out.
hesitated on some US men.
The north side attack got overrun.
Can I join somebody's group?
Which squad was set up?
Sure.
The,
Because I don't want to get sent in as a first wave and die instantly again.
Why is your team speak avatar a Wings Club?
Get the fuck in
Excuse
here, my
me?
guy.
Wait, what?
Who said get the fuck in here, my guy?
If you want to roll with us, you can.
Which squad was set up in Terminal 1?
Crack?
The northern wing.
It was Strack.
I just told you.
Oh, nice.
Bastard and Olaf, are you still with us?
Yeah, so they'll probably lock the server too, but we'll have to see.
What was the squad that we were fighting against?
At least I think they locked the server. I don't know.
Terminal 2.
I'll put the screen back up when when we're back on server. I just don't want to stream the password.
A1.
So, did you guys hear, like, were you guys the ones in the red brick building, or the front of it, shooting at us down the hill when we were at the oil cisterns? Yeah, we did not hear a single one of your shots.
We didn't hear any of your
I was shooting at you guys from a broken hole in the wall while you guys were moving up the tree line up the hill. I put at least 2 mags into one of your guys stuck along a pole trying to go into a building.
So,
and then he just teleported away.
The entirety of the game, I couldn't hear any shots.
Yeah, did anyone else have that problem?
Yeah.
Welcome to Desync.
That's just the nature of the server.
That's lag, not like the map or something?
Luckily not. Okay. Update on server, it's launching now. Any moment now.
Alright, so they probably just adjusted a few things on the server.
I'm a little upset that we crashed like that because I just fucking did the brave man jump and took that first terminal for everyone because everyone didn't want to push up.
We didn't crash, they shut the server off.
Okay.
Everyone
Join him.
Everybody run! Now everyone kills the server by joining.
Oh god, I don't see the server.
Crashes, everyone joins.
There it is.
So, out of interest, who was the people in the church Terminal 1 in the northern wing who were getting shot at by a marksman and kept tucking your heads down?
No, it was gonna be tonight, but I'm not gonna touch it because the server's having a little bit of trouble. So we'll have to wait till next week. Oh yes, rest in peace, Invisible Man.
Server is up.
I don't think anyone could tell what they were being shot at by.
Alright, so it's on the default mission right now. When I know more, I will switch the commands.
I'm gonna log in as soon as I'm able.
No slots, right? Because we're moving on.
And let's see. Let's
What do you mean no slots?
I'm gonna switch to Homeworld then too.
Don't take any slots.
Oh, that's what I was getting
It's
at.
auto
Nobody
slotting
takes-
all of us.
Yeah, D-test. So everyone's going to
Just
list
turn yourself and back out.
Just wait for it to go to the next mission and we'll be fine.
And now we wait. So, little hiccup right there. Hopefully we'll be right back in it.
Cut the side chat in TeamSpeak, and can I get one of the admins to give me a nice straight dotted line across, and then get all the community leaders to post the numbers? Actually, yep, that
It's gonna be Altus Sector Control.
All right, community leaders, give me your numbers.
All right.
Mountain bad.
I was just trying to help.
Let me go into the map here.
Back in the mountain corner.
Say community leaders.
Back to the Alps.
Staff.
This is round 2.
Firefights, what kind of marketing strategy is that in NA Media? Stuck at work, go on, make it go out. Don't worry, I've got your back. Sit back and enjoy the chaos. Don't forget sub-terminal subs at 30% off.
Hey, go mark it when you can.
Everybody just simp for him.
All right, move for us a 20% number advantage.
All right, is there a group that has not posted their numbers?
Fix and no.
All right, 15th is 11. All right.
All right.
Let's get the 29th on blue for you. Have option for leadership.
Sure.
Let's get the CSC on op for you. I have option for leadership.
We'll pass. Can I? Jones, I think she accidentally slotted in a spectator slot. There we go.
What?
Let me get the second on blue 4.
Now we wait.
Bravo, guys.
Let me get the Scandy Recon.
So we're down to
on
80 now
Op4.
because the desync probably put some bad taste in people's mouths. So this time, EU overtook.
We will pass.
Okay. Let me get
Send in GOAT Team 6 NA for this week. Mr. Gamma, thanks so much for the Twitch Prime sub. I hope you keep enjoying the operations, and I hope you get a kick out of this one.
Anyone of you sorry a lot?
I don't know who Bison is, but he keeps coming on with an attack vest mod that's not keyed
yes,
in.
No, we'll
so.
pass, but if it comes back to round table, I'll take it.
Alright. Let me get AA on blue. Cadian, Op4, option for leadership.
Marshall will.
I'm good, man.
I guess we'll pass.
Alrighty. We get the 15th on Op4. I don't normally offer leadership for the new groups, but since there's a lack of volunteers, do any of y'all want to endeavor to take leadership?
Pressed well.
Liru's been talking about it.
What?
Come on, Liru.
I'm sorry?
No, it's okay. Rush just took it. He can take it.
Okay. Good. I don't know what I would do without you, Dad.
Alright. Let me get SOG.
So like I said,
on blue.
all of the groups get offered first. So I offered to go on and do it, but like
We
I
get
said,
the
it's
1RW on blue.
things go.
Let me get BPL
Send
on.
in GOAT
Well,
Team 6
hang on a second.
now.
How
Yeet.
many solo players do we have? How many Centaur?
Me. I think.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There are 6 Centaur. Alright. Let me get Centaur on blue.
And Azariah, thank you for the 1-year resub. Welcome to the Land Scorpion Club. Hope you keep enjoying playing my ops, watching the ops, and I hope you're enjoying shoutcasting here on Friday Night Fights with Barbarian Night tonight on NA.
And you know what? I'm going to change my numbers. All right, let me get 242 on blue 4. And if you are not currently
Messing with them in
slotted,
chat.
Op 4.
Yeah, sorry, I'm muting myself so I can eat some mac and cheese. Really good.
No. You are absolutely fine.
Coac.
Let's give him a warm welcome.
I would like to give a quick shout out to Martin. He is not with us, but he is working in the back end trying to tweak our performance from what he can remotely. So, thanks, Martin. I don't know, man. He's a guy. He loves this event. Can't keep it away from him. All right. Oh, I like that. All right, Drake, you have 60 seconds. Get your platoon together.
All right, so Drake
Want RW to go guns because you've got a lot of other people and we can't fit in
taking
one
guys with the Matt team. That's an interesting
one.
choice. Probably see an
Oh, God.
RPG again.
Marksman. Okay.
Looks like they're going to
good.
fill up their
And
MG
looks
teams.
like
That would be a
my
good
Alpha
call.
leader
Meanwhile,
slot is
Op
all
4
glued in.
taking
Bravo looks
two of their
good.
MG teams, one Matt team, and one. Yeah, so Matt team's empty.
Are there
First
any enemy
MG team's
vehicles?
empty. You probably want to see.
There are not. You don't need a Matt team.
I want everybody to prioritize filling in the Charlie slots, and then after that, Delta squads with a squad leader, please.
The problem is there's not enough slots in any of those other places for me to put my entire team, and we're overfilling into Delta. Would you like us to take Charlie and then have one of our
I
guys
have a better
go?
idea. I'll leave Charlie under Fun Guy. Why don't you guys all just take Delta slots as long as you have a squad leader?
I can take squad lead. Alright, you heard the man, guys. Push down. Correct. Goes.
Yep. All right, you heard it. You get us situated. Rest. You got 60 seconds on the clock. Get your platoon together.
Copy. All right, let's go ahead and
Shut up, Pierce.
themselves. Bison, you're part of our unit. Just let you know we're on red. I need a team leader for Bravo 1. Evets, if you guys want to take that slot.
You don't need a team leader.
Oh yeah, Martin is being the server monkey right now, trying to make sure things don't get oofed.
We'll pop up.
And thank you, ads. I appreciate the share custody.
Everything I need.
Send in Goat Team 6 now. Metal Viper, thanks for the tier 1 sub as well. Hope you keep enjoying the ops. Hope you're getting a kick out of this stream.
Looks good.
And I hope you're staying safe among COVID-19.
Alrighty.
I promise you this will pick up after we start this round. It's just been a little bit of a lull because we've been
if you are not in the game, if you're
getting through everything,
doing something else for whatever reason, get in the game. We have 6 slots to fill to hit cap. If y'all want to get in on this shindig. This is a new server instance. We are looking forward to better performance. We can go to map screen. Admin, we're waiting on you. Let's go. Holding up the game. Let's go. Come on, admin. Push us. Thank you. So.
All right, I'm going to jump down to casting couch, and we'll see what the map looks like. It is a sector control. What that really means is Blue 4 needs to keep one guy in every sector. If they don't, if Op 4 comes in, the sector will be taken. But as long as Blue 4 has one guy in the sector, they will keep that sector. Now, last sector control we saw was last week, the soldiers in the shitter episode. But, you don't want to see them trying to be gamey or anything, so they won't try to corner camp anything specific. Now, this is interesting. We have...
Okay, so I'm hopping down here early. Apparently this is a throwback mission, Liru. And, holy shit.
It's Trump's wall?
Oh my god, it is.
It's Trump's wall.
This is the area. It's the peninsula south of Liru. Well, the difference being that
America is pushing into Mexico and taking it. Now, this is a waved sector, which means they have to take Sector 1 first. That's why it's highlighted like that. Then Sector 2, then Sector 3. As long as Op 4 has a single dude in the sector, it cannot be taken until Blue 4 kills him. And then they just need one dude in there. However, with this being a tiny peninsula, honestly, this terrain is relatively flat. Sector 3 is going to have that nice military base. There's no boats to remaneuver anything. Maybe we'll see someone swim up to the church and snipe from that little island. But otherwise, this is a tough AO. It's on, like, this is a legitimate choke point. I'll be curious to see how both Op 4 and Blue 4 deploy here.
So yeah, I know. I'm sorry, Az. I'm sorry, but Liru, I know you're very well experienced with small peninsulas, but I'm really curious to see how the players work this, because there's not many approaches. There really isn't.
From listening to the initial brief, that they don't have fortifications on either side of this.
Yep.
So it is a case of the only high points are that Hill 31, and then they have to rely on low ground maneuvering. It relies heavily on your map reading ability on this one, whilst also negating under suppressive fire. This is going to be an absolute chaos storm, essentially. From
actually,
both
Trump's
sides.
wall, this was all Mexico, and this was America, so... Oops.
Yeah, I checked the team rosters before they pushed to map screen. In fact, I'm surprised we're still on. There we go. As I say it, there were only MMG teams on Op 4 and 10-minute save start time. Liru, I have intermission entertainment ready, but do you want to save it for the second intermission? Or
we'll save it to the second, because this is going to be really curious to see how Blue 4 deploys. Right off the bat on Sector 1, we're seeing 2 extra bunkers being put down, I guess for MGs. Those got some really good eyes, but the marksman can easily cap those guys. At Sector 2, we're seeing more bunkers put down, and then some more bunkers even further back. There is a pre-map asset old rusted guard tower back here too. And then Sector 3, I don't see any additional fortifications. It's really just going to be a combat tower garrison. But I mean, the Matt team, if Blue 4 fielded him, would be able to use a marksman rifle. What's going to be curious to see is will Blue 4 try to swim dudes over to the church island? Because this isn't a bad sniper spot to engage the tower from. So
I'm sorry, Red 4 has M249s and G36s, and they're
Hold
wearing
up.
Mountain Flora. They don't
This
have
looks like Iranian special
7.62s.
forces or something like that.
Kind of.
yeah, they got 240 Bravo too. Hold on, I mean, and then Blue 4
is with fucking GLs. And
so this is a pure mirror match of 5.56
versus 5.56.
Yeah. Wow.
100% now based on the player skill with the rifle and their aptitude for it.
Meanwhile, Blue 4's Tiger Stripe. Sorry, go ahead.
Regarding that church that you mentioned, there is a small little sliver of land that may look just to be shallow enough that you can actually fjord it.
I'm sorry, I'm gonna vomit. Blue 4 is wearing 6B23s. They're wearing Russian gear. Oh god, I'm gonna vomit.
Well, so does Op 4 have Russian. This is literally a mirror match. So Op 4's subjective. To the Germans, we were Op 4, and German was Blue 4 in World War II, which is why the IFA mod has Germany as Blue 4. Silly.
Well,
this
we
is
were
just.
in that case.
This is just a PMC versus a PMC, okay? And there's nothing else I have to say about that. Gorski has the Maz as the Matt team gun. I mean, that could be saved and used on the cargo tower.
Yeah, I'd be curious to see if he has any ET rockets for it, or just AT.
Usually just AT.
Rockets, if it's heat rockets, then it's fucking pointless.
Well, he could still take the tower out with it. Look at the Sector 3, the big battle tower.
No, you like big battle towers, don't you?
Yeah, unfortunately, you're a disappointment with them. But anyway, I mean, Op 4 has a lot of room to just kind of set up choke points and then occasionally pull back when they need to. But, you know, on the first sector, they do have some pretty good high ground points. So really, I think the guy that's going to win this is the marksman. But we see some of Scandi Recon camping out behind some rocks to the south. You might also see some plays where Op 4 intentionally baits Blue 4 to come in, only to send a bunch of dudes in from the rear.
Knowing Scandi, what they will try and do is they'll try and manipulate the rock faces on the shoreline. Probably utilize some of this construction yard about 300 meters out from that position, and use that as a basis
Whale's
where they'll
playing.
just lay low, keep their heads down, and they're just going to bait them in.
I don't see them.
These guys are pretty renowned for doing wolf's den sort of tactics, where they will 100% of the time just try and lure you into a trap, and you won't know what you're getting yourself into until the jaws have already closed and it's too late.
Also, Barb, I don't think Whale's playing. I don't see him in the roster. Oh, wait, no, he is Op 4.
Yep.
Whale, off the stream, you little chub.
I mean, it's not right now. There's not much that he can see, even if he was. But
I mean, yeah, because there's no. It's just infantry. But we're seeing the unknown Frost that we don't know. He's trading some gear with other dudes. It looks like they have 2 backpacks dropped and a tandem heat warhead. I don't think Op 4 has RPGs. Yeah, they have 136s, so those tandem heat warheads are useless. Unless there's a new type of reloading for the AT4 I don't know about.
I mean, hey, you hit someone square in the chest with a rocket, they're gonna fucking die.
I mean, ultimately, it's not only an idea to get rid of the useless things, but it's also to consolidate for kit. If you think, oh, well, maybe I'll come across one, it's not the right
Good thing is we're not seeing any
But also
desync right
this
now,
way
which
allows
is
you to be
good.
a lot more maneuverable in combat. Your stamina regains faster, and it deteriorates a lot slower. So it actually benefits you to consolidate, especially in these PvP scenarios, and think, what do we actually need? Like, if you're taking something like 6 liters of blood and 13 mags into a PvP orb, you may need to rethink some of your things. Traveling light and constantly swapping out stuff as you go along is the more optimal way to go, because it allows you to play more speed focused, and not many communities are used to that. Some are more used to slow and methodical approaches.
Especially in AO like this, where it's going to be all infantry mobility.
Yeah, I think the name of the game, this Blue Force attack, is going to need to be tempo. I mean, they have a good click to cross before they get to Op 4's territory. And Op 4, they might push out a little bit, you know, just...
Gonna amend my mission command and not include the transport Vics, because there are no transport Vics.
Little bits of cover and just you fucking assholes. But last I saw, Blue 4 actually has a decent advantage in numbers alone.
Yeah, they've got
over,
20%, and with this being even, I mean, I don't see, like, unless it's going to come down to the PvP again. It always comes down to the PvP. I mean, Op4, like, I guess the only advantage they have is they're going to force Blue 4 to come through some really narrow areas, and Op4 can set up some ambushes by taking the sideways rocks and catch a few guys out of position for Blue 4, but at the end of the day, it's going to need to rely on those even trades. Plus, Op4 can still dig entrenchments. So I'd be curious to see if trench lines are going to be dug, because I would totally dig them.
They would be able to dig entrenchments, but fortifications aren't allowed.
Yep.
Ooh, I'm sorry. I'm watching Ajihado, north side of Sector 1. He just planted down a satchel charge in the bush. Ajihado's position right there. So that's
He's going to get his 20 kills again.
So at this point, they're employing a strategy that is often referred to as the sack and evac sort of thing, where if they perceive that the objective is no longer available to be defended, they'd fall back and then basically do scorched earth on it. If they can't have it, no one will.
I mean, we do have guys on the Op4 side planting explosives right now. That is another advantage that will help nullify the numbers advantage on Blue 4s. If they place their explosives right, and with a little bit of luck for Blue 4 to get on that position, an explosive satchel could definitely knock out an entire team of dudes. Not kill necessarily, but usually knock out. Go ahead, Barb.
I'm with you on your theory, Az, but I'm like, what do you see that they could actually do that kind of scorched earth tactic like on? Because it's just open ground, some bunkers. The only thing destructible would be the checkpoint tower by the fence, and then the cargo tower in Sector 3.
I mean, ultimately,
Scandy keeps eyeing these rocks.
They do have to go through each sector sequentially. However, there may not have to be any strategic importance of where the charge is placed. They would have to go into that vicinity to claim the objective, and by placing it in an inconspicuous place, you may be able, with it being a satchel charge, the explosive radius should be enough to damage, if not maim people, as far out as the bunker on the same side of the road.
Yeah,
so,
now
so
I
you're
see
looking
what
at about
you're
a 20 to 30 meter radius.
So you're talking about
kill
scorched
zone.
earth
They
coming
have to
through.
go in there anyway to cap the objective, and as long as Adri stays alive and he can spot where the enemy players are, he can utilize that to basically do scorched earth.
Yeah, no, I feel
good
you.
call.
No, I'm on board with that. Yeah.
Scandy has totally been eyeing these rocks. I mean, they got 2 more guys back there. I'm willing to bet they're probably going to get in the firefight and then pull back. They got to be careful, though, because Blue 4 might be able to spot them going to that position, and I'd hate to see Blue 4 know that Op 4 is going to hit them in the rear, because that's just going to be wasted manpower on Op 4's end. But we're still seeing some new trenches get dug. And yeah, I think we're going to see some really close PvP. If it's a 1-to-1 trade between Op4 and Blue 4, Blue 4 is going to have the advantage because of that 20% numbers adjustment. But, I mean, just because of the waterway, there's not really any room for Blue 4 to do any maneuvering outside of what Op4 is going to set. So it's going to come down to the marksman.
And
go ahead, ask.
As well, I'll go over that if you're offering.
Go.
On that point with saying that Blue 4 would have a hard time pushing in, Op4's going to have the
Where's
same
the
thing. With the 20%
marksman?
man advantage, Blue 4 can spread themselves wider on the entire of the peninsula and create no openings.
No, don't do it.
If the Red 4 aren't able to pierce into a flank and break it and then envelop on them and start rolling up their flanks, Op4 are in trouble. They only have a limited amount of space to fall back. If they get pressured by the Blue 4 advantage, they're not going to be able to sustain a firefight over an engaged period of time due to that man advantage, and eventually they will start bleeding units.
Yeah, and attrition is not what Op4 really want to do. I mean, it all depends on how things pan out, obviously, but still, just they need to be like the Vietnamese and just strike quick, strike effectively, and then displace. And on a defensive peninsula attack like this, definitely going to be harder than it sounds.
Blue 1 blued one of their own guys. Bassbeard just dunked a guy.
You're kidding. I don't see a skull in the roster here. What?
Who's it?
Yeah.
Who did you say it was?
Bassbeard. He's just walking away from one of the bodies.
Yeah, there's no skulls. I think that was just a disconnect or something. I don't know, but
I see the body.
yeah, but there's no skull on the side.
It's probably a phantom body just to get additional ammunition for.
Yeah, so you know when people join in and then leave, you know, sometimes it leaves an AI.
Oh.
So it might have been that. I'm gonna check Bassbeard's KD. He's not in the negatives. So I think it was just a phantom sort of thing, because if it was an actual... No, it was Blake that got the kill. He's at -1. So yeah, he just killed off an AI, I guess, to make it fair, because, you know, you don't want additional AI help, because you know how, you know, sometimes you leave the server, it leaves an AI. Yeah. I think because of the server settings, though, it's not going to respawn. However, I'm going to go check debug corner real quick, because sometimes they respawn in that corner. But I'm not seeing anything swimming, so I think we're okay.
So Scandi living up to the meme of forest-based combat, they have found the only light forest at that first sector to show up on. That's the area that they are able to perform in at their best. And seeing that they're able to utilize that to their best advantage, it's going to be amazing to see how they're going to be the face of the Mongol horde.
So I know you're saying that as a meme, but honestly, looking at the rocks behind that they're actually using as cover in the trenches they're digging, it's actual concealment that's going to help them maneuver around, and I'll be curious to see how much that helps them in the firefight. Also, by the way, Marksman Watch, Gunnery Sergeant Lefebvre, I don't know how to pronounce his name, he is the OPFOR guy on a peninsula on his own, trying to get Overwatch on the northern flank. Meanwhile, the Blue 4 Marksman pads, he is way ahead. I think he's trying to run up to the small construction site building and use that as a base of Overwatch to start getting shots in. Again, I think the Marksman's going to be the most important asset and probably get the biggest KD, because this is perfect Marksman weather.
Well, not if he gets suppressed coming to his spot like Drake is right now. Blue 4 Bravo, they've set up a pretty chunky base of fire to
no kills yet.
The alpha lines, and somewhat effective. Some return fire coming in, just as far as suppression. But yeah, they are. Engagement is starting out distant, and that's kind of good for OPFOR.
AC4 just came in.
Yep.
Towards the first position. It was
Nurse is A-okay, though.
Yeah, that went way too low, and unless that was HEDP, it probably wouldn't have done much anyway.
That sounded like the Maz firing, because they do... No, they don't have... yes, they do. It's Gorksky fired a Maz round. You can tell by the type of explosion it makes. We got to consider, if they actually manage to hit one of the explosive satchels, that explosion will detonate the satchel.
Will it? No, it's classic explosives.
Oh yeah, no, it'll detonate a satchel. Yeah.
I never knew.
So if you look where Outcast is actually stationed himself up with that Jihado, that keyhole that he has made is going to be so hard for the
Oh yeah.
To identify for. But he's actually getting fairly accurate shots onto the Delta teams of Blue 4.
By the way, Arcor and Montgomery are both dead for the Blue 4 side. Arcor was the AT assistant for Gorski. Montgomery was in Bravo. So far, no OPFOR deaths, though. So already, right off the get-go, OPFOR getting a few of the first kills. And if they can keep that up, they can help nullify that advantage. But we're also seeing a bunch of trenches set up on the first area. Like I was talking about, it's going to turn into trench warfare at this point.
Yeah, they have a decent...
Yanni's dead.
Ooh.
And Patterson is dead, so right off the bat, Blue 4 returns by taking 2 OPFOR lives, and we're still dead even with 20% number advantage on Blue 4.
Yeah, OPFOR has a decent setup going at Sector 2 right now. I think they've actually started... Yeah, no, that's just a map line.
So what do you guys in chat think? I think this is
so they're probably going to...
Getting messy. Stratico almost ran into Patriots' line.
Weather the storm as long as possible before trying to fall back, before it's too late. Detonate their charges once they get inside. Blue 4 takes Sector 1.
Of course, got a bunch of guys up here. Marksman might be able to get an angle shot on them, though, but from this distance, it's going to be a bit tough.
Go ahead.
The Bravo section actually looks like they're mainly trying to prep section 2. It's like I said, with the guys trying to weather out the storm, essentially these guys are the delayers. They've openly accepted that. There's a good possibility that the people at Sector 1 aren't going to make it to Sector 2. Their entire job is just to buy time.
By the way, real quick,
the duration was 30 minutes, and so hopefully by just delaying they should be able to win this one.
So the round is for 30 minutes. Okay. So, by the way, Alpha for Blue 4 is now attempting to make a maneuver. They rallied up, but the Op 4 marksman sighted them out. I think he's trying to line up some shots now. We might see him start getting some blitzing, but looks like Op 4 is doing a massive pullback from this position, probably to try to get onto Sector 2. We just saw Infidel get hit. Nemesis might be coming back up to pick him up. But overall, it still looks like it's 2 deaths even for both sides.
Looks like the first line of defense has been given the all clear to start pulling back. The second wave has been already erected.
I want to see if these guys set up down here.
You may see Scandi actually try to utilize some of the rock features. Hopefully some of the Redfall guys should maneuver on these rock faces on the south side of the peninsula, maybe to use it as a flanking position. That would be idealistic. But after taking 4 or 5 casualties from that one, I would say the advantage goes to Blue 4 on this one.
Yep, there are only 2 KIAs on either side. Looks like that is staying. Op 4 has completely pulled out of that area. I guess they're, again, trying to bait Blue 4 to come up to Sector 1 so Adriano can det that charge and see if he gets any kills. I'm not seeing any of the Finnish guys go to those rocks on the southern side, which is unfortunate. I really wanted to see that style of ambush, but it looks like they're just going to set up another wave of defensive lines and try to get Blue 4 in a closer PvP engagement. And we still have the marksman scouting out the right flank. He'll probably try to get some licks in as well.
Noticing the off-4 garrison a little farmer yard on the northern side, just short of Section 1. What you probably could have done, very similar to what Adri did with the satchel charge in that bush at the actual Section 1, is probably push out 1 or 2 guys, rig that place up with explosives, because that would be a prime firing position that Blue 4 would have been able to go to. You can identify that even from the map screen. And you can just rig that place to go. You'd probably rack up an easy 10-15 kills if you got the marksman keeping eyes on it. He was ready to went to crank steel, and all of them would go up in a puff of smoke.
Well, it's also, I'm pretty sure they're using the M57 detonators, which have a range of like 200-300 meters, so maybe not super effective with that specific setup, but still, yeah, 1 satchel charge, 1 combat engineer for taking out 8 to 10 Blue 4 guys, easily worth it.
Outcast running down with the marksman. He was spotted, though, and is taking a few shots. He's going to attract attention to their marksman's position. That's a little unfortunate.
I don't think Outcast knew he was here. Because now he's going back.
Yeah, now he's going back. Just over to say hello, but I mean, Outcast does have a machine gun. This is a nice strip of land to utilize, but where is Pads? Pads has his Vector 21 out, and he is looking right at the forested area that Scandi was in, I guess trying to make sure that all of Op 4 pulled out. But let's see, we're only like this has only been 4 minutes, so I mean, 20.
It was 10 minutes.
Oh, you're right, 10 minutes. So, and there's 30 minutes total, so it's about 21 minutes remaining. Op 4.
Good pace, but they need to do better.
It is good pace, but they need to hold Sector 2 a little longer here. Hopefully get lucky with that satchel charge getting some kills, because now you're going to see Blue 4 take all the trenches that Op 4 made, and that's going to move them away from the satchel charge Adriano put, and it might end up getting squandered.
135, 13.
Yeah, it's in a bush.
135, 131.
Right behind the northern bunker. 6. It's that one green bush just behind it between a smashed brown bush and a rock.
I love smashing brown bushes, but anyway.
Oh my god.
I got no segue.
You wish.
I want to say that.
AT4 gets launched.
And there goes
a little miss, but that's okay.
There goes the charges. Oh, Dreek! Dreek got ragged.
If they just waited another 10 seconds, though, there would have been so many more Blue 4 guys that came on it. So I think that was a bit of a squander. They should have waited, but I get it, because Dreek wakes back up. Because again, those satchel charges are re-scripted to do less damage to infantry. Same to AT and whatnot. So good scorched earth play, but it was just a little bit squandered. And I think Blue 4 knew that because they only sent 1 guy ahead to capture it to bait Op 4 into deading it early. So unfortunately, just a little bit of a squander there by Op 4. And we're still seeing 2 deaths even for both Blue 4 and Op 4 here. But, yep, go ahead.
if you're drinking that case, you're wondering what the hell just happened. He flew about 30. Like he went from that detonation zone into the rock by that little barricade. He's got to.
How did you get knocked out? So I just watched.
Needs to figure out, like, he's done this like 5 times now. He needs to realize that Asex Field Rations is not signed by the server.
Yeah, he'll probably never figure out. What sucks though is when people do that, it does add a little bit of desync load to the server. Also, Op4 Marksman is engaging, and I saw Quyen, Quien on Blue 4 randomly went unconscious. Wasn't shot by anyone. He just decided to take a dirt nap, I guess. But I also noticed Russian forces, or excuse me, Op4 forces using GP25. Also, some AC4 just came in, but I'm not seeing any damage because, again, those HEAT shells aren't going to be too effective in his infantry. But with Blue 4 getting forced into this narrow corner, GP25 is going to be a lot more effective, because you could just fire it in the direction and probably hit someone, because those are going to essentially become little mini mortars at this point.
The G36s don't use GP25s. These are M2.
Sorry, well, yeah, 40 millimeter is like the same as a GP25, so like they're both 40 millimeter in diameter, so like they're pretty identical.
Taking shots on Blue 4 Delta, way far out.
Oh, has gone down.
Fairly accurate shots, gets a kill finally, and has now drawn blood.
Blue 4 is at 4 deaths, by the way. Op 4 is at 1, 2, still at 2. So again, similar to the first sector, we're seeing Op 4 start with a few Op 4 starts by dishing out a few casualties, but now will Blue 4 bounce back and dish out a few casualties themselves? 17.5 minutes remain. We're seeing the Grenadier rounds come in, but it looks like they're landing just short. One of them was a smoke round and is doing my little heartbeat monitor before it lands in the ocean.
One thing that I've noticed about the back end of section 2,
smoke ranging isn't a bad idea though.
In between 2 and 3 is a chain link fence. Now this thing has 3 breaks in it, 3 possible entry points of the ocean. If Redfall can actually hold by keeping an angle on this while still trying to limit their exposure, they're going to shoehorn all of Blue 4, because that's what they have to fatal funnel.
Speaking of fatal funneling, look at all the rounds Op 4 is putting out right now, just as general suppression. One of them is dedicated for shooting at pads, the marksman though, but look at the marksman, they're also really close to each other right now.
GPM, general purpose 40 mil just hit the back line of Blue 4. Injured quite a few people with the Charlie teams.
Oh, it wouldn't be GP25, you just said that. It's all 40 millimeter.
I said 40 mil.
No, you said general purpose 25, which is Op 4. AK. I'm fact checking you because you fact checked me. Ree!
Oh, stop fighting and just get a room too.
We do, get us in it.
Oh dear.
This is a casting couch, you know that, right?
So Blue 4 still only, they're on 5 KIAs now.
They're on a general retreat order right now.
Op 4 taking some casualties. No direct KIAs though. Again, those GP25s being used as artillery rounds. It's crazy. We also have Rust on his own up here on the left flank. I guess trying to get some scouting data. But yeah, no, it looks like Blue 4 is going to maneuver all of these guys on the northern flank, and that's going to completely expose them to the marksman. That's exactly what LaFave wants, and he might be able to get some licks in, but instead he's trying to keyhole through 2 little rocks right here. So
Base Spirit and Pads, they're sticking to Definitely and sticking to low ground well enough. However, Indigo Fox and his crew, they're going to crest up here in plain view of the par.
But the question is the marksman going to turn and see it? Because again, he's looking through those 2 rocks instead, but he's pretty exposed right there. Nope, now he's looking right. He might be able to see something.
At this point, he's just probably communicating with his teams. He's got a great position to see all the infantry approaching, but he doesn't want to give away his actual position because, again, he is exposed. He's by himself. He's got plenty of supporting assets through machine gun teams.
He's going on the open side. What is LaFave doing? I guess he's repositioning here to get behind this rock instead. Those smokes are going to go out. He might be able to get some licks in. Welcome to the bottleneck.
Ooh, 1 shot, 1 kill for LaFave, and that's 2 for him.
Marksman is over there. Oh, he goes unconscious and gets tapped. Oh, Blue 4 lost their marksman.
Oh, that wasn't even LaFave returning fire. That sounds like MG fire.
So we might see Bassbeard grab his marksman rifle to continue it on. I would in his shoes.
He's already doing it, I think.
Let's see, LaFave, how many kills is he on? He is on 2. Nice. If we were to scroll up, I want to see how many kills Pads had. He had none.
Shots directly at the battle tower, but that's not the
Bassbeard
engagement vectors
is
that they
grabbing
want
it
to be taking. They're using 5.56 rounds. The maximum effective range isn't going to be that far. So even if they do get accurate shots on target, ballistic protection would protect them quite easily.
And just looking at the clock here, Alpha has set up a great pace now with 14 minutes remaining.
We usually get 15-minute notifications, though, so it might be a 10-minute, but it might be to 55 then. I don't know, but...
We'll see, but either way, they're delaying this very, very well. I mean, just looking at the map, there is a very distinct line that Blue 4 has not been able to cross yet. You got some people like Firefighter and Indigo who are kind of pressing the edges of the envelope, but there's, obviously with the Mencial attack, like there's not a ton that they can do.
With what I would do in the
firing up there
right now is that you've got about 60 to 70% of your position that the section that Firefights at, you push him up all along that little sector whilst they're not watching the angle. Go along the little rock face and you come up on the flank of Redfall. Whilst that flank is coming up, just pop smokes and keep going forward.
Look at Gorski here. He's running up. Firefighters also running up on the right flank, too, for Blue 4. Honestly, they need to send some guys down that flank. There's a lot of little roving hills and rocks that they could take for cover, but Blue 4 needs to do some maneuvering desperately, because I've been watching them take a few casualties here and there.
We're seeing some fire coming out of the battle tower at Sector 3.
Yeah, I've been watching a 7.62 240 fire at that battle tower, so I don't know. But now we're seeing Gorski also fire out with his 5.56.
Yeah, they're trying to set up a decent base of fire again, like the first.
Here's the right flank.
The first sector, and they've taken a number of casualties forward up on the north side. I'm seeing 2 down Blue 4 by Blake's position.
That's a GP round.
3 actually, as more people.
I love it.
I see people bandaging themselves and shuffling about in cover. We see Bravo Blue 4 coming in on the south side. Tariq is spearheading the push all on his own. Just trying to make something happen, because if they wait too long, it's going to be
Blue 4 is getting some good 40mm shots in here. That's making a lot of people have to pull back and bandage. Also, Op 4 has noticed this massive southern flank pushing through, but they're going to be able to get right on top of the maneuver. So Op 4, if they want to pull back, needs to do it quickly. Because they're about to have a large group of Blue 4 on top of them as another group of Blue 4 basically covers with machine gun ammo.
That
Still have 2 kills.
Natural chokehold that I said with the barbed wire fence, it works both ways. Redfall have to funnel all their guys through there, and if Blue can get eyes on those choke points, they can start cutting off Redfall's retreat.
There are some holes in that fence, but even then, like, it's still just wide enough for a fatal funnel.
So real quick, Op 4. Sorry, you're right about the fatal funnel. Op 4 still only at 2 KIA. Blue 4 is at 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 KIA. So Op 4 is pretty much nullified Blue 4's number advantage at this point.
Jesus.
Looks like the Op 4's getting the general order to retreat.
Yep.
And I'm looking to see if they're setting more charges. The grass makes it a bit difficult, but I see them dropping RPGs, rockets and stuff. Outcast is now on the south side by his own, kind of being overwatched by Infidel a little bit, kind of.
Op 4 just had their 3rd KIA. I think it was Fade, who was in Delta 3. We also have Wailing bleeding out in a bunker with no one to grab him.
Outcast is pushing up along the south side a bit.
We're at the 30-minute marker. 15 minutes. Warning hasn't been called yet, so I don't know if this is only supposed to be a 30-minute round.
It's 30 plus, or 20 minutes plus the 10-minute start, so we're 20 minutes in now. But yeah, that would still mean 30 minutes. Okay, no, wrong.
Can you do math, my friend?
Apparently not. Do you know math, actually? I thought...
Yes, 3 plus 2 equals 7. Anyway, Lefebvre, I've been monitoring his kill count. He's still only at 2 kills. Look at what Outcast is doing.
Yeah, Outcast is pushing up along the rocks on his own. Finn's pushing up with him. And
Outcast has a 249. I mean, if he gets an angle here, he could catch a lot of Blue 4 guys out of position, and these are the plays Op 4 needs to make to help nullify Blue 4's number advantage. Despite it already being nullified, this would further cripple it. But if he could get on top of this rock...
He's hearing the chatter. Finn's right behind him.
Oh, yeah.
Outcast is slowly pushing up. I don't know if he's checked his ammo or not, but he's going to need that full box to take out all these guys. And he comes around. He should see Wheaton here any second now.
Oh, God.
Oh, no.
Oh, my God.
There goes Anderson. There goes Wheaton.
2 drops. Outcast is now pulling back. They're trying to get on the rocks immediately. Finn's prepping a frag. Queely tries to get a shot on Finn. Frag is ineffective. But he's going to completely stall that flank. And
no, Outcast just shot Finn.
Yep.
No, that was
quickly finished.
Outcast got a first shot there, so that was silly.
Got shot by Outcast.
But this might be a blessing in disguise for Outcast, because I think they're only going to think there was one shooter.
Maybe.
They were using 2 different guns and 2 different calibers, so maybe I was a PID that.
No, the calibers are the same.
It's the 249, not the 240.
Okay. I was thinking like it was part of FMG.
This is stalling Blue 4's advance, though. Again, I don't know the whole time limit here. Also, looks like Legs finally figured out his mods, but...
If you notice, that section that Finn and Outcast were able to push up to, they're overextended from the main force.
Finn shouldn't have turned his back.
has been keeping all the heads of the rest of those Blue 4 units down. Like, they had to pull off from that northern flank solely because of the fact that they were taking too much accurate DMR fire.
Outcast might crawl out and see Firefighter.
Yeah.
Oh. If Firefighter looks down, Outcast looks up. Finn won't back up.
What?
And Finn's gonna do. Oh my God! What? The finish bias.
Scandy Recon, Scandy Recon. More frags going out.
Goes wide into the ocean.
Over that other one. No, that goes over the rocks.
Real quick.
Finn! No,
Still
Finn.
at 2 kills.
Finn. Finn.
Oh!
That's why that's a bad idea against AI, and it's an even worse idea against people.
Finn forgetting he was playing AI for a second. Queely might come around.
Queely doesn't see Outcast.
Wow.
Didn't quite see his little cubby hole.
Outcast gets another kill, but he gets dropped by Queely because he shoots him after seeing that. So let's see. Finn was able to get 1 kill out of that. Outcast got 4 kills out of that. That is the types of trades you want to make in this type of environment here, because again, they are helping to nullify Blue 4's number advantage. So I'm going to do a quick head count.
They're still Blue 4's still like
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7,
still sector 1.
8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29.
But I mean, Gores is out in the open.
29, 2.
Manheim's team is out. Kona just got shot.
All right, real quick. 29 for Blue 4, unless Konerheim was just Blue 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26. Okay, so it is 29 Blue 4 versus 26 Op 4 right now. So Blue 4's pretty much lost their 20% numbers advantage at this point.
And Op 4 they're doing the full retreat now. They're going back to Sector 3.
I'll be curious to see if they do that bottleneck Azariah was talking about, or if they just fully retreat back to Sector 3.
I'm going to try and scan again for more satchel charges or something, some kind of surprise. But with 2 going up in that first sector, should still have 1, maybe 2.
Bassbeard is engaging Lefebvre. Managed to not make any shots, though. I was wondering, I literally just checked on him because, you know, Lefebvre has been exposed up there for a while. I'm surprised Bassbeard didn't find him. Anyway, go ahead, Azariah.
So the one thing that Blue 4 really needed to have.
Bass has been able to get
tempo,
2 kills.
and ultimately Red 4 achieved what they were trying to accomplish, which was just to stall them out. The tempo
Fed's
for
up to
Blue
4.
4 has stopped dead. They've not moved out from that first position in about 10-15 minutes now. So for them to actually get any momentum while sort of constantly under fire, they have to work on their medical, then they have to regroup, correlate plans, and then keep on moving forward. All that Op 4 really need to do is just keep on pulling back. Give Blue 4 the room, because the more room that you give them to actually maneuver with, the more condensed you can concentrate your fire. You can focus fire from one certain vector, and you can just suppress entire
trying to stabilize
companies at a time.
Yeah, and that's the thing. Like with this terrain, Blue 4 has been having occasionally good ideas, like working the flanks, especially since it's low ground on the flanks of the peninsula. Working the flanks, trying to maneuver and engage, maneuver and engage, but just like between the Red 4 marksman, Outcast and Finn, satchel charges, like they've just been so bogged
he just got
down.
popped.
Yeah, so Lefebvre just sneaked in 2 more kills. He is 6-0 right now. Meanwhile, Bassbeard's 2-0. But yeah, Lefebvre, he's cut off, but he is still using his marksman rifle to get some licks in. So now it should be like 27 Blue 4, 26 Op 4 at this point. It's anyone's game.
And what's interesting now is, especially with Lefebvre, he's just got his 7th. I'm pretty sure. But, because I saw someone drop after he shot.
Yep, he is at 7 kills now.
Into a charge,
they're charging, and this is what Op 4 is wanted. I'm sure they want to bait out the charge so they can shoot them in the open.
Yep, so
numbers down even more.
Fev might get a few more licks in, but you gotta consider both teams have to be running low on ammo. I'm seeing a lot more of the rifles firing, a lot less of the machine guns firing. So Op 4 might be trying to keep that ammo in reserve, but looking around, I'm also not seeing that many automatic rifles in Op 4's possession anymore. I just saw 1 after checking like 15, 20 dudes. So Blue 4's done a really good job of focusing on the real heavy hitters, and that might mean that Op 4 is not going to be able to stop Blue 4's massive charge here. Now, Blue 4 capitalizes on that. That's going to be very, very risky. Lefebvre trying to get more shots. He manages to knock out Quyen, but it wasn't a kill. Bassbeard just shot him.
No, I think that was Indigo.
I just saw Bassbeard give a shot, but who knows? I mean, might have been Indigo too.
I think it was. He was looking at him, and I think I saw the tracer. Either way, he's down. But still up.
Blue 4 have made is that they've smoked forward, and then they're moving forward into their own smokes. If you're Red 4 and you see them popping smokes, you can just get the MGs if they still have ammunition, or if you're in a healthy ammo capacity, to just spray into that smoke screen, because you know that the infantry are moving through it. If they fail to navigate to the left or to the right,
we see this happen all the time in FNF though. But go ahead, Bob.
The smoke doesn't stop the bullets.
Oh, shut up. But as I already said, Op 4 doesn't really have any more MGs left. I only saw 1 looking at everyone. I see a 240 Bravo by Metallic Wolf up on the tower. Maybe they were keeping a reserve. Whale also has a 240 Bravo. So yeah, like 3 machine guns remaining for the entire platoon. Op 4 maybe just got them all killed. Serby has the 249, is watching the southern flank. But yeah, maybe, I know Outcast had one when he pushed up to kill guys, but either they're out of ammo or all the guys that had them are dead. Meanwhile, looking at Blue 4, I'm not seeing that many automatic rifleman symbols either, so we're starting to get to a pure rifle fight at this point.
You've also got to take into consideration.
Also, Fave woke back up.
Left over. A lot of Red 4 have now occupied that battle tower. If Blue 4 held onto the AT and they start seeing that a lot of fires coming out from that tower ain't going to do long for this world.
Yep. So Op 4 garrisoning the last position, not close enough to really watch those choke points in my opinion. They could come down the fenced off area, but they do have a platoon HQ group and a machine gun to watch that southern push, and they're definitely firing. I just watched the M249 nail one of their 249 gunners as well, or that might have been a 240. It's hard to tell. I think it's 249. So good shot on Serby.
The machine gun section has eyes on that southern approach.
Yep, 3 kills.
Guys in the,
1 kill for Rust,
bunkers,
1 kill for Jedi.
Side where they're not seeing many people advance from, that's not really working to their advantage. They're not pushing that flank. And that's why it's less garrison on that north side. You've got to be able to read these situations a little bit better from the side of Blue 4.
Did you just see that squander of explosives? Like, they did it as soon as that pop-up came up, but I don't think they realized where Sector 2 was. Like, that would have been beautiful to carry on for later, but... Oh, that was such a squander.
Yeah, look at those. They're so far northeast. Yeah, the guy whoever sent them, the combat engineer, must have just been like, oh, yep, they took it. I'm going to pop up now. And then, again, completely just wasted an opportunity.
Bassbeard never told... Hold on. Bassbeard never told Blue 4 to go check on Fave's position. Fave is still alive, and he is now in a really close angle to start shooting at any Blue 4 guys that come in. It looks like Blue 4 are trying to push Platoon HQ's machine gun position. Seen some GP25s go off, but if they adjust... Oh, he gets shot again, but he was able to get another kill and knock Tim out. So he might go 9-1. And that's exactly how you wanted the marksman to operate at this angle. And now Blue 4 marksman's going to take pot shots on dudes on the tower. If he could line up a shot on Tarnfalk, who is trying to line up GP25, he could do some significant damage. Shot just went just to the right of Tarn. Really close. Also, Tarn doesn't realize he's shooting into the tower top. And LaFave wakes back up, and he's ready for more.
No way.
8 kills. I think Tim woke back up. Yep. But Op4 is slowly gaining this number advantage because of the small plays with single people able to get multiple licks in. And there's no weapon PID because everyone's using the same types of weapons. 5.56, 7.62 for their marksman rifles and the MMGs for the Delta teams. This is the worst nightmare, honestly, for these types of flank attacks because you're not going to be able to tell with all the shooting going on if it's friend or foe. And I've seen multiple times in Friday Night Fights where weapon PID from both audio or even the drown-out noise has worked to other people's advantage. My favorite one being when Logan shot a Platoon HQ guy, the Platoon command, while a BTR was firing right next to him, and the BTR had no idea that he just got sniped. It was beautiful.
So one thing that Op4 is using to their
They just got hit.
They're using their previous defensive positions as focal points. They know that Blue 4 are going to be moving up on their position. They know that they're going to be taking over these defensive engagements.
Blue 4 just tried AT, but it missed.
However,
I didn't see a detonation. Oh, maybe a little desyncy there.
They always have eyes on it from their next position. You can see Adriano, Infidel, Nemesis, Stakonka. They're all got eyes on that secondary position that Red 4 initially fell back to. And those guys are on the Blue 4 side. They are taking
Op4's counter pushing
just because they're trying to get shots in.
Guys, by the way, Op4's counter pushing.
Where?
They were all kind of huddled in the base. Now there's more guys on these defensive lines trying to hold these choke points. They might be noticing Blue 4's kind of losing their numbers here. LaFave is at 10 kills, by the way.
I'm sure that's also contributing to their sluggish push. As he's now trying to reposition. We're coming up on 11 and a half minutes, and at this rate,
there's time.
We're not even gonna get close.
Yeah, no. Really, I would credit this to LaFave. I mean, those 10 kills. This is like a 40 v4. It was like what 37 v40, like 5 or something.
Yeah. Something like that.
So I mean, LaFave's been able to kill a little under 25% of Blue 4's entire force here, and he might catch Bassbeard in the open, but I think a bush is going to block his line of sight.
Yeah,
Bass is also crippled. No, he's okay. No, that was desync.
I was thinking with the compositions and everything. You were saying marksman rifles were going to be
never got up.
X factor. I was thinking it's going to be the machine guns because of how much fire they can put out, but the precision of the marksman rifle seems to be making.
Fave just spotted Bassbeard, and Bassbeard does have the other marksman rifles. That could be resupply for Fave, but if Fave gets right behind and tries to take Bassbeard's position,
Bassbeard stays still. If he stays still.
Oh, there's one shot. Bassbeard's immediately going to reposition, but Fave has a lot of room to maneuver up to Bassbeard's position. Bassbeard, again, only getting 2 kills early on. Fave still at 10. He's going to change out for a rifle.
A lot of the tempo that you were saying that was held up by Fave, and the reason why people lost their aggression was again because of the fact that the tempo was taken away from them. The delay tactics for the use of explosives, the flanking maneuvers from Finn and Outcast, all these contributing factors just bought time, and that's all that Red 4 need to play. They don't need to play for elimination, they don't need to play for capturing objectives, they just need to say, okay, we'll fight you, but on our terms. We will use whatever tools that we see possible to make it so that we are a thorn in your side.
Absolutely.
Fave now crawling up.
Poe's pushed up pretty far ahead, but
yeah, he got some good grenades on some Op 4 dudes. Didn't get any kills though. He's now getting grenaded himself.
Yeah, not gonna do too much, I don't think, but we'll check back in with him. But
it's the fear though. I mean, he just made Op 4 pull back a little bit. Nice! 11 kills for Fave.
And he's now behind their lines. I don't know if Bassbeard was able to get out. He just took down Hoyt. Hoyt's down.
But these guys, they think they just got picked off by someone else. I mean if Fave goes up and takes that marksman rifle back, that would be perfect.
There's only currently 5 or 6 Blue 4 players still active. There are about 20.
There's 8 actually.
Yeah, this is looking more and more like an Op 4 victory.
Oh yeah. Ellison just got a snipe on Slammer.
And again, it's all because of the delaying tactics.
Yep.
Red 4 did not need to fight, and they played that beautifully.
Fave's checking bodies. He's sticking with the 203 he has, but it has to be low. Nope, he's trying to fire it.
Fave was a marksman. He dropped the
yeah, he changed the marksman rifle, got a regular rifle, and now he's firing right into Blue 4's group right here. And they have no idea. He knocks Mito out.
And they're like, damn, these are some accurate GLs. Oh, right on top of Han. But I think the shrapnel actually worked in his favor.
More shrapnel going on Han. That's going to cripple him. Mito tries to wake back up. He does not. Hoyt is also knocked unconscious. He's just glitched out. And Han has no idea. He's trying to roll away. Gets shot in the head. Helmet takes it. More double taps going. I mean, Fave right now, that's 3 down, so he'd be at 14 kills. He's reaching Audrey Hotto levels, man.
Yeah, especially being able to work this flank, and like you said, without that audio PID, they're just hearing more. It's not that it's getting lost. They're not hearing it. They're not recognizing it as hostile. Because why would?
Wait, hold on. LaFay's switching back to Bassbeard's marksman rifle that he took from the other Blue 4 guy, so he's gonna get right behind the remainder of Blue 4 and just snipe him out.
Hoyt he's got the same glitch for me that
yeah, I think he's still up somewhere rocking, but you know, just watch his rifle. We'll know if he's firing at that point. But LaFave is firing down at Eagle.
Get some hits. I'm pretty sure those are headshots too, but doesn't put
knocks Eagle out.
And now it's 5 Blue 4 that are up.
So, I mean, Fave is at 11 kills, 3 downs, which is gonna get him up to, like, what, 11, 12, 13, 14 kills. But no, because I counted Hoyt, so he'd be at 15 unless Hoyt is still alive somehow.
I think he is. I think
he's just moving around.
But yeah, Acid is here in the back.
Blue 4 just lost another guy to the front.
Yep, that was Poe. He's down and out and disconnected.
Frost very CQC with Ellison.
Well, not anymore because Ellison's fucking dead.
Yep, Serby went down with the 249 but was able to take him out.
We have Fun Guy, Pantalones, and Hoyt.
Serby right now with that 249, by the way, he had 5 kills. So again, Op 4 just winning the PvP. Getting that high level of kills.
Out. I think Fun Guy's out of bandages because he's just walking out in the open.
Yeah.
Jump on him.
And he gets mowed down. I mean, he was out in the open. Frost had his legs and dick covered by sandbags. I mean, just lower target profile versus bigger target profile. I'd love to see Fave come up and get some double taps.
There goes Acid.
One person left and it's Hoyt.
It's Hoyt and LaFave. He's gonna be careful not to get blue on blued. LaFave needs to be careful he doesn't get blue on blued like he's being right now.
He just needs to go up and double tap. He's gonna check inventories, notice he can't get the inventory, and then he might dispense the double tap. There goes Hoyt.
Yep, Hoyt's dead.
Blue 4's eliminated.
Still some guys up.
Fave gets the double tap. He's at 12 official kills. Switching out for another 5.56 rifle. But I mean, yeah, Fave should be credited for like 14 kills. So he did a little better than a guy named PHK in round 1 of EU who was able to get 12 kills. So, I mean, yeah, we've seen... This has been the craziest FNF branch where we've had just, 12 kills, 20 kills, 14 kills. It's been great.
And I've seen some people talk about like, oh, what was Blue 4 meant to do? Blue 4 had a major numbers advantage, and there goes all of them.
There's some blue on blue, but they get it up. There's Blue 4 eliminated. But yeah, Blue 4...
Big numbers advantage.
Yeah, Blue 4 had the 20% numbers advantage, but lost it early on. And I'm going to really equate that to Pads dying early as the Blue 4 marksman, and then Bassbeard not finding a good angle. Had Bassbeard told Blue 4 to go check on Fave's position... Oh no, Fave! That's okay, but had Blue 4 gone and checked that position earlier and killed Fave back when he only had 6 kills, Blue 4 would have still had another 6 to 8 dudes still alive to push that angle, and that could have made the difference. I called this in the beginning. This was going to be a fight of the marksman. Who had the better marksman? And, one marksman was able to die, get no kills. Someone took his gun, got 2 kills, but Fave got, 14. So...
before we hop up a debrief, I just want to say the mission name for this one. Oh no, the Russians are in Finland. This triggers the Scandinavian.
Oh god, I'm jumping up.
50% accuracy boost.
I kind of 762 in the face and he didn't die until I went down, so that was questionable.
I would have loved to have sniped 1v1 you for a little bit longer, but after you repositioned, I just couldn't see you.
Yeah, me neither.
Yeah, were you the other marksman?
I think that's. I was the other marksman who killed 8 of your friends.
Oh yeah, I came behind you and killed you.
Yeah,
I had to pick up your weapon and your team's weapons to continue.
I think you one-tapped me.
I was gonna grab it to fight you, but you got the jump on me.
There was a couple people I one-tapped.
Fave, you got 14 kills that round. That was beautiful.
I sat on that invincible the whole time until the last 5 kills. I took an M4.
I downed you twice.
Yes, desync is gone now. But definitely MVP of that round was Fave.
All right. Let me get community leaders to post the
we're going to go to round
numbers.
3.
Thank you for participating in my hellacious attack defense scenario.
Come let's on, change guys. The map.
Anderson, I fucking love that.
My bad.
Side note, I hated the loadouts. That was awful to look at. I wanted to throw up in my mouth.
Question.
I enjoyed those G36.
The attacking side.
Oh,
what
no,
numbers
great.
advantage? Because I feel like we needed a little bit more.
Alright, y'all can chat amongst yourself. I'm gonna take numbers.
Destroy. I don't know what destroy means.
Are we allowed to connect to the server now?
My
slots available.
computer, so it was fighting.
There are 10 slots available.
So how did the attacking team like those trenches? Because that's all I did
They
the whole
were
match.
great help in digging in.
Yeah.
By the way, whoever set those charges on
thanks for preparing
you
that defensive position
squandered
for us.
those awfully.
So
those charges did nothing.
Alright, I'm unable to slot, so I gotta leave and rejoin the server real quick.
Be placed down as a scorched earth type.
So I'm gonna mute myself, start setting myself up. What did you guys think of that last round? I gotta quickly put stock image up. I gotta leave and rejoin the server because I'm unable to slot myself. And we have a lot of people going spectator, so if everyone goes in that casting couch room, I'm probably gonna mute myself because I can't handle 3 people talking at once is my limit. If we gotta go up to 5, that's can't deal with that. Round 1, in my opinion, was too desyncy to call, but Blue 4 won by eliminating all of Op 4. Round 2, 1 to, we just saw it. Op 4 won because they were able to utilize some really interesting tactics to even out the number advantage. But otherwise, it is Op 4... attacking Blue 4. So let's quickly reflect that here. Final round, Op 4 is attacking Blue 4 with a 25% numbers advantage, and Blue 4 gets to make fortifications. Alright, as always, guys, thank you for joining me if you have lasted this far. Technically, this is round 6, round 3 of NA, because the EU rounds have already passed. I'm going to admit it, so far I've been a little more entertained by the EU rounds, but really it's because Desync destroyed round 1, and round 2 was, I think, out of all the rounds so far, was the second most interesting, because nothing's going to be Audrey Hotto's clutch in EU round 2. 20 kills, and turned blue 4 from the team that was probably going to lose because they got a massive mass cast in the beginning. And lost 5 of their guys, which was about like 20 to 25% of their force.
Yeah, we should be up for.
All the way to winning it.
Say that.
Yeah.
Go Bravo.
15th, I think.
If I were to give a title to tonight's round, it would be Rambo. There have been 3 different Rambos getting a major amount of kills, and it's been really amazing to watch.
Night, go blue. If you have defended all night, go red.
But we haven't been up blue for.
Yes, but we've defended all night. It's not like it's constantly like acting as off for.
We got blue 4 weapons last time as well. G36 and that.
Second, I'm not playing this round, so if you want to get somebody to lead off at 1. All right. 15 on 25. So I have right now 15th MEU is on Op4, second MRB is on
15th MEU, by the way, is a big
4.
Milsim community, so I'm happy to see some more Milsim guys in this group.
4.
Oh, Audrey Hotto's clutch will probably never be topped.
20 instead of 25.
I mean, that is the admins
do
even
that.
said that is a new record.
We have,
considering the circumstances, 20 kills.
29th is Op4. 29th, you've done both.
We've been on attack and defense, yes.
Yeah, you got guys slotted up on Op4.
To slot up or we'll on slot.
I'm just trying to get it squared away. There's a lot of people. You need to rethink this. Thanks for unslotting. I appreciate it. All right. Go ahead.
Slot for a minute.
All right. Well, guess what, Corporal Drake?
And let's see. Both sides do have
Roger.
access to a mat team as well. Interesting. Yeah, they thought he was cheating. Like,
let me get
20-0. He was a god.
CSC on Op4. Let me get EVETs on blue.
Charlie 1.
Let me get SOG red. One RW red.
Thinking about switching to
Bravo 2, please.
The Op4 leadership is open.
Beast battle, but you know what we're going to do? I'm going to do the keepers. I just feel like it, man.
On blue.
Oh yeah, no. Audrey Hotto's clutch clip. That's going to get priority.
On
probably
red.
by Sunday.
Individual players and Centaur on red. Strack, you all are red, by the way.
Not bad.
Yeah, LaFave definitely doing a lot of good snipes.
Wiki, Tarnfolk.
I mean, 3 people getting massive amounts of kills today. Stray Dog's going to be blue 4's marksman. We see him take that slot a lot. And Karen from the 15th MU taking platoon marksman. Interesting.
Slammer, I can take.
Let me get BPL on red.
Hang on, catch the left.
If you are not currently slotted on red, if you're not in the game server, get in the game server.
CSC, we were in Charlie 2 on red 4.
Alrighty. Indigo, 60 seconds on the clock. Get your platoon together.
Heard.
Indigo versus Severe. This is a match we actually see quite a few
Pierce,
times a month. Severe being
right now
Arma Finland's main honcho, and then Indigo Fox being one of the staff members of FNF.
Can you take
so
1 or 2 MG teams,
I've
please?
seen this fight a few times. It's always been close.
I might be able to take 1.
Okay, yeah, whatever works for you. I want Bravo 2 emptied.
So he's trying to take Bravo 2 and empty it and try to move them to MG teams instead. Not a bad call for right there.
I'm trying to switch now.
CSC, let's hop into Bravo 2.
All right, make those MG teams at least 2
Oh, this
guys
isn't
and Blue Force
basic.
Alrighty.
This is advanced.
Sphere, is that
I
his name?
can
Sphere?
assure you from what I see, this is
Close enough.
definitely advanced.
60 seconds. Get your platoon together.
All right, let's see.
But there's basic ace and advanced ace.
Squad's
Even though
looking
basic
nice
doesn't really
thick.
exist anymore
Great.
after they merged it last January, it's like basic with a few extra
Eagles by
features, and
himself in
advanced
Charlie
is
1. I guess that's
really
fine if
hardcore.
he's
I don't think they have
grabbing
reopening wounds though.
Nah, he needs to move into a team that's got a team leader.
that. Yeah, Eagle, if you can like condense up or just grab like combat engineer from Alpha 2 or
the Blue Fort
medic
taking
from
2
Pilot.
MG teams. Op4 has the numbers here. They're
looks
going to
like
field all of their MG
Delta
teams.
1, Delta 2, both
And
like
even
team
their MAT
leaders.
team.
Is that the problem?
As long as they get the radios.
MMG teams don't get long range radios for their team leads.
They might
Yeah,
need a
just-
squad lead then.
It's better to
the
slot
short-
them in as ammo men.
Also,
The
there's no
short
assets.
the short range is fine for MG most of the time.
It is legal to go machine gunner ammo bearer for the Delta teams.
Okay, then that's fine.
What he meant
Matt
by
team-
radios was you need to be on platoon.
It looks alright.
That will be managed.
Alright.
Blue
being
4,
very
we
helpful.
need a. This is Blue 4. We need a Charlie squad leader, please.
I'm going to listen to the brief though, because I think destroy means ammo cache, but it might be something else. We did have a round where there was a
Thank you. Someone fill in team leader. We're good.
an unarmed artillery truck
Blue 4's good.
that had to be destroyed.
Alrighty, let's push her to map screen. I should probably take a spectate slot at least.
Be good. Never mind.
Jones wasn't slotted up, by the way.
I think Jones is AFK.
Have plenty of time during safe start.
Shield zone. Worst case scenario.
Anderson's going Overwatch. He might join us in the
Like to
casting
apologize again for
couch.
hiccups in round 1. I hope for the most part the majority of them were rectified in round 2. Hopefully we come into round 3 and end this event strong. I do appreciate every single one of y'all attending. It's always fun when we get to see a bunch of you. It's fun when we get to see new faces. It's fun when we get to see old faces. And I hope you have just as much fun doing this as I do. Those of you that I yelled at tonight, just know that I do it out of my
Open
love
map,
for
too.
you and my love for this event and how much that I just want it to be cherished and taken care of. I'm running out of things to say. It's getting really late, and Strakatinko made a mission. It's taking forever for me to load. But
Emotions run high.
But sadly, this will be my my bowing out after this brief. So when I could see you at the end, I hope to see you all back next week. Should be a lot of fun. Should be another good bout of missions. And now, hopefully, we will have a workaround for the server when we have 90 players and it starts freaking out. Anyway, I'll shut up now.
Firing. I thought you just said.
No, I'm not retiring. Jesus. All right, Strakatinko, what's our brief?
Alright, Russians are trying it again. They're back in Finland right now. So yeah, Finnish rebels, or search and destroy Finnish rebels versus Russians. No vehicle assets. Fortifications get 50 points. Any other questions?
Do we get vodka?
Only if you're the Russians.
Damn.
No. We get to steal from them.
No, the Finns
Souvenirs.
All right. Well, if there are no further questions, round 3 F&F start.
Jumping down real quick. All right, I think it's a cache destruction.
So with the Russians,
With the rushes versus the Finnish, should the Scandinavian Recon automatically get like the 50% accuracy bonus, I guess?
Yes, they are on Blue 4, and oh my god, they are irregular militia.
Yep.
That is beautiful. Oh, this is going to be very interesting. But before we start talking about that, I have my intermission entertainment that I've been waiting all week to do.
Go ahead. So, as he sets that up, we have, good check, by the way. So, mix of AKs, we're seeing some M14s with 7.62 loaded. I'm gonna look at what Stray Dog has. He has a scoped M14, so good old insurgency stuff. And then Op4 has their little area. It's gonna be a cache destruction. All right, what are you doing, Barb?
Okay, so for those of you who are listening, you can come see what I'm doing.
It's my campaign.
TV/BarbarianWeeb, and what I'm doing today is impromptu unboxing again. But this time it's not liquor.
If you take all of the time to literally do a liquor tasting again in an intermission, I'm going to kill you.
I literally just said it's not liquor. This will take me 5 minutes, 8 tops.
Okay.
And I know how much you like to talk. What?
So the Russians are using level 6 body armor. I believe they're using the VDV uniforms. I can't confirm that.
As body armor doesn't matter, it's all rescripted to be even. There's an FNF config file you had to download. That's part of your mod set. That rescripts all of the values. But anyway, go ahead, Barbarian. Continue with your babble.
Yes, I shall make this somewhat quick, since Az wants to talk about the game for some fucking reason. Okay, I know I'm not exciting at all. But this is my box. I kind of know what's in it, but I also was kind of drunk when I bought everything, so I also forget. So, ooh, very nice. I was actually talking to Hellborn earlier tonight about Oktoberfest.
You said it wasn't any liquor.
Bavaria for Barbarian, a Bavarian.
Wow, you did it too, and you bitch at me every time I do it. Amazing.
Because it's Bavaria.
But you just said Barbarian. Be mad.
Liru, did you how many times did your mother drop you when you were an infant? Like,
I don't know, but Finn is gliding around doing the spinny oh my god.
I'm just gonna put this Polizei patch on my head because fuck you, Bavaria. Bitch.
He's gonna injure himself.
No, they're unable to take damage because it's still safe start.
I got a shirt here that, if I remember correctly, is just an olive drab Bundeswehr shirt. I
think he's excited because he gets to play as a Finn, and he is the flying Finn.
But there's
I think we found where he got his name.
The tan one has these nice little German flags on the shoulder. The German flag is nice.
I think we just found out how Flying Finn got his name there. All right.
Velcro thing on the front, but it's just like a workout shirt, I think. It's actually a decent size. Very cool. But
he's still flying.
If you haven't been able to tell already, this stuff is military surplus, and which is another vice that costs people across America millions of dollars each year. And the reason that I bought this shit was for this backpack, which is a unissued Soviet Germany Cold War backpack. And I'm trying really hard to show this on camera, but it's really fucking tight.
It's spelled Spotterman.
Camera angle. But we have straps. We have this nice Strictarn. Oh, Liru, you are very much the best at this. How could I ever compete? But it's this nice little Strictarn backpack. I think it's also just for camera, but yeah, that's about it. It's a box of milsurp with a backpack and a patch and 2 shirts. Please clap.
I would, but you wouldn't be able to hear it. Sorry, Bloodwayne is asking me what I should cook for tomorrow for lunch. Do you have any ideas?
What?
She's a meat and potato. She's a, what?
Sugar sandwich.
No.
What she's asking what you should make her?
Yes. She's a meat and potatoes type of girl. She doesn't really like fish. Favorite food's flank steak.
Why not make her flank steak?
If I say that, she's gonna go, no, that's too obvious. Do something better.
Just cook Mexican, dude.
Yeah, do a taco bar. A nice chorizo.
No,
or,
actually, you're right. That would be a good idea.
Yeah, it would be a bad idea, but you should do it anyway. And I'm now going to switch back to push to talk and go back to the thingy.
See, I did offer her sandwiches, but she said she wasn't in a sandwich mood. I'm not gonna lie, guys. I'm in a little bit of a rocky part in the relationship right now because of things, so I'm trying to cheer her up.
Oh, jeez, now I got straps.
Except I'm not supposed to try to cheer her up
it's like a
because
Tuesday
she's
night.
expecting me to. Again, it's complicated.
All right, so since y'all have been studying the battlefield, what can you tell me about it?
Tell you about what?
The mission.
Well, Flying Finn was doing some flying, and now I have a really awesome clip of how he got his name. The Finns are helping each other get onto rooftops, despite Bates here having broken legs, and he just fell off the rooftop. So we're just seeing classic Finnish insurgent thing. Classic Finnish insurgents doing classic Finnish insurgent things, all as they try to defend 2 caches. But we see them trying to get on rooftops to play it out. Meanwhile, Op4 is just chilling at base. Now, looking at this actual AO, there's a lot of forested routes that Op4 can get into. So if I was Blue 4, I would probably just pick a single cache and try to hold it with my numbers. I'd probably go for the southern cache at this point, because of what I'm seeing. I don't know. It's a tough call here.
Was it? Oh yes, I see the caches now. Yeah, I don't think they have any assets or Vix or anything, so it's just another infantry map. Which,
yep.
I would have liked a bit of variety, but
if Blue will push out from that little town into the forest line about 200-300 meters out along the MSR, they're going to have a lot better of a time engaging the Op4 aggressors, solely because of the fact that that forest line, anything further towards the Op4 spawn, it's just open ground. You can turn it into a turkey shoot quite easily.
So I think these guys, I agree. I mean, we've got Blue 4 guys still at spawn. I think they're going to go up to where Firefighter is building the entrenchments on the northern side. I would just think, if I was in Blue 4 command shoes, I would have mostly fortified one area, like a minorly fortified second area, and then I'd probably have a team of dudes to try to get behind Op4 to nullify that numbers advantage, because since there are no assets and this is pure PvP, the only way Blue 4 is going to get ahead of Op4 here is tactics and full-on PvP. So, I mean, we saw the marksman do well last time. What?
Well, I was gonna say, yeah, we saw a very good showing of that in the second round, but the second round it was kind of
forced though. There wasn't a lot of room to do tactics. It was just a massive delaying effort, but that allowed for some guys to get a large amount of kills on the Op4 side to win. Here, Op4 has a lot of room to maneuver on the defensive side and can definitely do a large envelopment if they're able to. So, I don't know. It's gonna be tough. Oh my god, they built a bunker on top of a building.
Oh, are they doing the squad super fob?
Scandi recon power.
Oh yes, they're building a super fob. This is incredibly based. Oh, and they even set it up to where the exit is like going into cover.
Amazing.
Powerful. Exactly what I would expect from the very best.
Draco. Okay, all right. I'm gonna ask you guys, if you're Zeusing, because I know both of you Zeus. You both work with me in TSP. Do you call it when you do Control-Shift-C, Control-Shift-V? What do you call that?
Advanced copy paste.
Where the fuck did you pull advanced out? It's a hard copy paste. Thank you, Azariah. I have people telling me it's deep copy because of what Whale said. It's not a deep copy. It's a hard copy paste.
I mean, what about a hard, deep copy?
No, you're just making shit up.
Yes.
Oh, Neo,
then
I
again,
can't
I've
be
taken,
Zeus
like, one
IRL. I mean, I
programming
know
class in
Arma 4
college, and it
starting
was like,
without
I
the
built
US
this
is probably
website
going to
out
have a
of
civil
HTML.
war, but
I don't fucking know.
can't Zeus that one, I'm afraid.
That's what programming.
Anyway,
HTML is
keeping
not
the
programming,
politics
it's a
out because
markup
I don't like
language.
to talk
It's
about it.
HTML at the end of it.
I forgot I was talking to a couple of fucking nerds who were in cybersec.
You know, I don't really have anything left to commentate on. I mean, Op4 is just going to push down one route. Blue 4 is going to defend. There's no vehicles to do any sort of tactics on.
Yeah,
and
I mean,
we'll just have to
what
see how
happens
things
with some of
go.
this positioning, but it's pretty straightforward for better or for worse. I mean, it's Virulati, so lots of hills, lots of trees, lots of high ground, lots of low ground. Lots of variety that they can look at, use their map to see the variety in the terrain and, mark a decent path. But with about 35 people on each side, give or take, like the tactics for each side, like it's, I don't think that's gonna cut it. You know what I mean?
So
Just
what
maneuvering.
from the pre-position that I'm seeing Red 4 doing with them being infantry movement, I'm seeing them push. They're wanting to go for a northwesterly push to try and get on the flank of the Blue 4 position, with no limitation on the map screen.
Well, yes, because
There
the soft
isn't
copy is just Control
any,
Shift, Control V.
limiting
Hard
to
copy
vectors
is
that they
Control
can
Shift C,
engage on.
Control
They
Shift
can
V.
flank all the way around onto the north side of the Blue 4 engagement zone, and they can come just straight down and roll on the flank. Against a defensive position, you don't want to come across it broadside when you know that the enemy are waiting for you. You want to find the weakest point or choose a flank to exploit, pierce it hard and heavy with everything, and then just start rolling down the flank with supporting assets. The more the more that you can breach a flank and then just keep on crumbling it. As soon as you make that engagement and you start advancing into that flank, you have to keep the aggression up. You can't slow down, because at that point, the defenders are going to be able to retaliate, rally up, and start bolstering up. And that is what Red 4 need to avoid. They need the speed, they need the aggression, they need the ability to take the initiative and move forward. Some people may die to the riskiness of it, and that's acceptable if it completes the objective for them at the end of the day.
So hard copy, it copies the loadouts and items of a unit, and then you can paste that.
Walk, I mean, looks like Blue 4
instead of just
we
copying
see up on
the base
northeast,
AI.
and Stray Dog also kind of on the southeast. Like, they're getting ready to move out of the spawn area and set up some positions. They're obviously not confined to this blue box.
I'd love to see Op4 just come around, set their Delta
ended,
teams
but,
up right here, and go from top left to bottom right. Because everything else, it's just going to be a massive...
talk about.
If I was Op4, I would attack from the northern side. I would literally use Blue 4's spawn in as an AO. I'd have my main force push down the Blue 4 box. I'd have Delta teams flanking on that exact northern thing where there's a hill nearby point 31. If you scroll in, it'll also be point 28. And then I'd have maneuver teams go along the western flank and set up more bases of fire as the main force just steamrolled. Because even though Blue 4 is free to move out of that zone when safe start ends, there's not really any good place for them to move to. You know what I mean?
Understandably so. There's limited approach vectors that are favourable for Red 4, but it's down to the ability of land navigation and map reading for them to determine where the best engagement vectors are. They need to really think about this, and hopefully they've given this some form of consideration in their pre-planning, rather than just thinking, oh, we're going to go.
Oh, these guys know they're all in TSB with me.
Ambiguously.
As my chat's asking if you're a military guy for real.
No, I don't claim to be in the military. I do have family that have served in the military. I'm just a person that thinks very tactically about engagements.
Okay, you'll be the colonel, Barbarian, you can be the lieutenant, and I'll be the lance corporal. We have 3 different perspectives. Boom, done. No? Okay, well, let's continue.
Yes, I just wanted to say that. That's so hard.
If that makes me your superior, then I will game.
Oh, you can be my superior all night long, Daddy.
No, stop being horny. Go back to your corner. We're saving it for after stream.
Oh, it's the milsurp fumes are getting to me. I think there was some hops number 9 in there.
Okay, please. As just smack him.
Don't worry. Sparky says he'll be the janitor.
What does that even mean?
Mission is a go.
Thank you. Yes, mission is a go. Blue 4, I'm curious to see if they'll push anyone outside the zones. Maybe lay any traps. Firefighter is a demo specialist, so is Warwick. Warwick sometimes shoutcast with us, and we also have Infidel. So we might see some explosive traps get played. But again, it's going to be really hard for Op4 to get this number advantage done. We do have, is that Carlson going off on his own to the south, I guess to get some scouting data, but Op4 is moving a massive platoon. They might do the north-south approach like I predicted.
We've seen some shots go out, and I think they're breaking windows or something, but it's, I don't know. I'm just seeing some shots really early, but there's nothing that should be shooting at.
It makes sense, though, to break windows because the tint gets in the way. Broken windows make it easier, but it does make it more noticeable if your enemy is staring at those vectors. So, I don't know.
Yeah. It's like, oh, hey, those windows are broken. I wonder if there might be someone inside of those windows.
Warwick, by the way, moving a little ahead, might plant some explosives. He is a demo guy.
So one of the things I've often talked about within the TSB community and several other communities that I've participated in is the ability of people pushing out from defensive positions. Right now you see elements of the Alpha squad on Blue 4 pushing out about 200-300 meters into the forest line to try and get eyes on that northeastern vector that the enemy could be approaching from. It's a smart play because of the fact that if you're playing solely defensive in the town where the objectives are at,
his
if you start getting overwhelmed, you have no fallback. You don't have the ability to fall back into a safety net. With the Alpha teams being able to push out, get the initial eyes on, if they take an engagement, they can do it safely. They can see if there's any viability in continuing the engagement in that vector, but also at the same time they can try and corral the enemy into a certain area, a keyhole, a firing position, a death trap, however you want to slice it. And just through this preliminary eyes, it's so beneficial for them to get as much information as they can early on, because the more information that they have, the better they can adapt to the situation.
So I don't know how to build off of that, like, because you hit everything on the head right there.
Tell you what, though, we're seeing some beautiful Soviet tactics with Alpha. Full mass push, 99.9% of their guys are going to the north, while Karen is, like I guess, like you said, doing some kind of recon. Is he actually yes, he is.
I'm willing to bet they're going to do. They're either going to stop right here and move their guys in from the flank, or they're going to even it out and go north to south.
Charges in from the north and either dies or.
I wouldn't have sent him by himself. I would have probably sent a fire team of 4 or 5 people with him. Because at that point, you've got your giant hammer. Well, so you got the hammer of the fire team, and then you got the anvil of your main player base. And essentially, the player base in the main force, they would be stuck in engagement, and then once they're locking in with the majority of the defending forces, the fire team would come in, swing the hammer, and start clapping people.
I mean, that'd be a strategy, if nothing else. Like, I'm seeing them. Technically, they're in a giant wedge formation, which is interesting. But yeah, it looks like they're going to be trying to just going up from the north, just trying to take a look at what they might be able to use. I mean, they have some generally higher ground up to the north of the two caches.
Barb, open the map, read what it says on the top of the map. Out loud.
On the top of the map?
Yeah, on the map, when you hit M, what pulls up right there? Top left of the little map screen in the center of your screen. Read that text.
Oh my god, it's the Russians.
Yes. It's a Russian-Soviet blob like Azariah predicted. Because that's the power of the Russians. We're hearing some more bullets go off, by the way. Don't know what that was about.
Maybe it's a sense of goading them. By sending out a couple of preliminary shots, they're trying to encourage them, saying, yep, we're in this rough area. Mm-hmm. Maybe a bluff, maybe a fake. It's trying to provoke a response to get more intel. Intel isn't only based on what you see, it's also what you hear.
Well, here's the thing. I think the especially Scandi Recon, Yanni and Flying Finn especially, they're directing them to set off those shots and use the echolocation, listening to the trees in their neural network and seeing.
Barb, I would
where
slap
the sound
you.
waves
I'm gonna
bounce
slap you
off.
right
You're
now.
making it sound like Scandi Recon are a bunch of Lugers, which isn't the point.
I mean, they are.
Are you
fast.
teching me? One is literally called Flying Finn. Another is called Yanni Finn. They're Finns. And one of them just shot their gun.
Do you know what a beluga is, Liru?
Yes, I know what a beluga whale is. Who doesn't?
Beluga. I'm gonna die. I'm just gonna die here tonight.
What? Do you not know what a beluga whale is? It lives in the ocean, okay?
It's not beluga. It's beluga.
You're saying it
G,
wrong.
like
Beluga whale.
Okay, no, you changed it. You changed it there, motherfucker.
Beluga whale.
And then you.
And his mic cut out. I win. Yay.
I'm leaving.
Get out of here, scrub.
So with Op4, it looks like they're not even going to go for that northeastern approach. They're going to probably head around to that MSR leading out to the northwest of the objective and come out through there. They're trying to circumvent the entirety of the defensive line that Op4 presumes that Blue 4 have set up. They'll assume that they'll have cast a wide net 300-400 meters out from the objective.
I mean, they're right. Blue 4 did kind of set that up.
It's a smart idea, but Blue 4... I would say it was a lax of judgment that they've put a lot of their eggs in the basket on the south side, and there's only a single dude that they're up against.
Russian steamroll. Until the trees start speaking Finnish. But I am also noticing we might see a team start going south here, and then the other two teams go a little more left, and again, my plan could totally be done.
I'd agree on that one. They'd probably go for a heavy engagement through the weapons team, through Bravo, or through Bravo support and Delta Squad as the main force. And then during that engagement, you've got the Alpha teams with platoon lead able to come in on the flank. It's a sound tactic that often works.
I mean, I talked about a sound tactic a little bit ago, and you guys were berating me. Like, they were literally using sound. It was a sound tactic.
God. Kill you, you stupid. Fucking.
Now that we're getting close to it, I'm seeing
closer, you say?
Oh, you're gonna start on this now?
Well, I have no choice. You're the one that's trying to argue that Finnish people are bats that can do echolocation with trees. I'm sure Yanni would beat you. No. They're beluga whales, thank you.
So the Op4 marksman's actually
Stop sipping for
additional eyes on one of the objectives that he's been able to spot.
Where is Whale?
On top of the roof, but other than that,
is Whale even in this
round? What else he can find? He's not seeing that much.
I can't even find Whale in the roster.
Oh, Karen's letting some shots off. I don't know what the fuck at.
He's firing at
just
Frost.
making shout. He's either firing at
He's
Frost
shooting
or
at
he's
them.
just making sound. Yeah, he's shooting at Scooting.
Broke the window at Frost.
And shots are coming back in.
Fire.
No, you're right. He did break the window of Frost. Blue 4 putting some fire out there, but that's going to make them turn their heads. Because, again, Carlson, I think, is just going for a distraction play, trying to get some early licks in, but now Karin is going to... Calling him Carlson. Karin is going to pull around and try to get a different flank here.
Hardo was able to get eyes on him. Karin had taken a couple of shots.
Ooh, Marshall has eyes on Blue 4. Marshall on the north side. He has eyes on Coda's team, Wheaton's team, down to his south-southwest. He's seen the trenches because they stick.
Yeah, the trenches aren't hard to miss, but we also have Wheaton staring right up where Op4 is going to come down, so they're going to spot each other. Whale is in the T-Far shot. I don't know where he is.
Red 4 platoon medic.
Ah, there he is, yep.
With Redfall seeing that defensive trench position angled in that way, because it's more facing towards the north side of it rather than facing more eastern bound, they know that that is the furthest extent of their defensive perimeter. They know that that is the extreme flank of the Blue 4 side, and that their entire force, they've circumvented the entire defensive position. As soon as they get behind it and push towards the village and start rolling through that, Red 4 are at a huge advantage.
Oh, Blue 4 spotted something. They're trying to fire down. We just saw Marshall take a few hits. They're immediately firing back, though.
MGs, just loads of MG fire coming in on Wheaton.
Looks like Rush just went unconscious, not down though. I just want to say again for the record, Op4 is doing the plan I called. I just find that kind of funny when you're able to predict it, you know?
I mean, it's not. I can't words too good. I'm gonna shut the fuck up.
Marshall is dead. He got a few more shots. Blue 4 draws first blood. We had 2 more casualties on Op4. No KIAs though on their western push. But they did have a KIA with Marshall. I'm not seeing any KIAs for Blue 4. So Blue 4 can get some more kills in to nullify that 25% number advantage. It could then swing in Blue 4's favor. But we're also seeing some RPGs getting launched in the tree line. They're a little on the short end because he's firing into the large amount of smoke grenades that are popped. But the machine gun fire has kind of stalled Op4's push here. And we're seeing another Op4 team come around, but they're starting to take a few pot shots from Martin.
You'll see the squad being led by Hudson. He's actually pushing in a completely unabetted right now. He's only just starting to take fire from Martin.
From Martin.
The Blue 4 guys, they thought that squad that they engaged, the Bravo squad element, they thought that was it. That's all that they brought to bear on that flank. But no, they didn't anticipate Alpha to be even further around on the defensive perimeter. So all the defensive structures, all the planning that they had for this defensive position.
Real quick though. Blue 4 is maneuvering guys to the northern flank now. I think they've noticed just the sheer amount of guys up here. They're going to reposition to try to counter this push and to weaken it, but Op4 already is getting guys on the ground in this forested and these buildings. And they're going to be able to, using a little bit of the high ground next to this brownish building, there's a nice little hill up here they could utilize. Also, that building is enterable. So we'll have to see how things go.
With the squad being led by Hudson now, the Alpha section from Blue 4 is actually outflanked on this one. Their defensive positioning will no longer be a benefit to them at all. They can't pull back in fear of Hudson lighting them up. They can't keep the engagement up because they will be outflanked. They are stuck in the middle of a very bad situation right now, and I'm not sure how they're going to get out of this one.
They're probably going to have to pop smokes and go. Yeah, Barbarian.
Oh, let's kiss.
No. Later. RPG goes out, knocks out Firefighter, critically wounds Coda too. That was a beautiful RPG hit, like absolute perfect. Well, yeah, Blue 4's gonna have to pop smokes and get out of here at this point. Meanwhile, Carson has pulled back, trying to get on another sniper spot, might try to aim for the bunker. And another RPG goes up onto smoke, but again, it's just short because Op4 hasn't pushed in those smoke grenades yet.
Even then, I think it landed before the smoke grenade. Go ahead, Az.
Manaheim's taking his squad a little bit more onto the left flank, trying to wrap around. The thing that they've got to try and do, they've got to try and get onto the side of the Op4 guys. It's a constant battle of who can outmaneuver, who can outflank, who can get on the sides. Because the more that you're able to do that, the more that you're able to cause disruption. But Manaheim, I don't think that he's actually got eyes on the enemy Alpha team yet.
He's in defilade. But he's going to be able to hear those gunshots and know they're really close. But T5 Bay coming around. Again, very strong PvP player. And Herb is with them. And they immediately drop Mannerheim. Yep.
Surgical.
So that is the first Blue 4 KIA. So it's 1-to-1 even in terms of KIAs right now. But now you're going to have... Yep, so Herb and Bay, again, 2 very strong PvPers. They're going to try to use this ditch, but if Olaf gets up, he might be able to catch Bay out of position. Will he go over and look? He's got an FAL.
Bay's medicing up, but Herb's giving him cover.
Olaf, he's too busy PIDing the gunshots from that far out. He's not checking right under the ridge. Bay immediately stops medicing, looks left, fires. Olaf needs to turn left. Oh, but Bay beats him to the punch, trying to maneuver on Cosmonaut Montgomery. But Montgomery just got Bay.
Herb's gonna know that the shots came from that tree. He's gonna have eyes on him.
Op4 reinforcements are coming in now. That large group that was stuck in the wood line next to the Delta team is now coming full swing, and now this plan is starting to bear fruit. Delta teams are on the flank. They're gonna suppress whatever they can. And Op4 is going to come around. It is important to note, though, there is a Charlie team all the way over here of what looks like 5 dudes. They could try to wait out Op4 going and then try to hit them from the rear.
Cosma and Patriot are having a PID issue. Patriot looked at Cosma and didn't fire. Patriot looked at Cosma and didn't fire. Cosma looked at Patriot and hesitated, but was able to...
Frag grenade hitting a tree, unfortunately. I thought it was going to go a little farther, maybe put Stratico in danger. Another grenade goes out, might land right on Graf. Perfect, except it has a little bit of a bounce, but we just saw some of his legs go down. Montgomery getting shot. He got shot at 3 different angles and goes down. And now Montgomery... no, Montgomery's at Cosmonauts taking fire from Fun Guy on the right. Took a few shots there. Just took another shot. That took his leg up bomb. And we're also seeing Hand now shoot at Cosmonaut. He's got no choice but to go prone, trying to roll away. And we're seeing the...
We're seeing blue on blue, actually, from Delta 2, blue 4 shooting towards other blue 4.
Yeah, you're right. They're shooting at that angle, but Op4 also spotted it. One guy goes down. Nipotman's trying to get a tandem warhead up. That's going to be short. Yep. So that initial push being lost by blue 4, little squanderment there, but at the same time, they thought that only a small team was going around. They weren't counting on Op4 quickly repositioning their entire force here. But now we're going to see the steamroll.
Oh no, Karen just sniped Adriano.
No!
He's taking off Scandi Recon. He's shooting through the trees. He's got amazing keyholes going with his position. And Scandi Recon, they're no slouch. They're moving around. They stand mobile. They stay still. The prime target. But
I feel bad for Audrey because he had he had the best round in Friday Night Fight history, and then he's been getting like 1 tapped or 2 tapped every round later. Man. Like he's just been focused. Everyone has a bounty on him or something. It's been a mess.
Oh Lord.
Delta teams, meanwhile, are pushing around a little far from the Op4 force. We see Wiki, Blake, and Vito coming down. They could run into Dreek and Arcor, 2v3. And then we still have Stray Dog. He is the blue 4 marksman. He was pulled away trying to hunt down Carson, but he's now going to come back up. But him flanking those MG teams would definitely be a good call. Now is Dreek and Arcor. I think Dreek just spotted Blake. Yep. Grenadier round goes way long. Blake, I think, got a look at him. Vito vaulting. Wow, and he just dropped Dreek. 3 shots to the head. And Arcor also getting shot by Vito. Wow, good PvP shots for Vito there.
I'm thinking this is going to be an Op4 victory. I mean, just the blob, the death blob that they have.
Yeah.
Be able to steamroll from north to south pretty effectively, especially with Scandi completely pulled off to the south to hunt Karen.
I think it's just a mismanagement. They stretched themselves out way too thin. They weren't prepared for the extreme flank. A lot of the time, you want to have a mediocre center that you can pull things into, and you want strong, durable flanks that can hold the one flank to collapse and reinforce the other.
Got Pierce up in my favorite little spot in this building.
Focus down on this one building from Scandy's side and a light defensive perimeter of the trenches, but the problem is that the trench position on the north flank had no fallback. There was no defensive position within a good 200-300 meters along the forest or right flank to actually protect them. But no, lo and behold, they got outmaneuvered and outflanked, so that forest was out of the question. There was no way for them to pull back, and as a result of that, the entire flank collapsed before reinforcements could ever get into.
And the reinforcements took casualties as well because of their positioning.
Yeah, the attempt to reinforce failed dramatically because of the fact that the position that they were getting engaged from was not the position being reinforced. They constantly tried to outmaneuver and outflank. As a result of that, they stretched their lines way too thin.
Real quick, Arcor woke back up, took Vito out, knocked Blake out. Wiki's now coming on top of Arcor. Arcor's bandaging. Wiki, and there he goes, headshot. So yeah, those 2 guys were able to stall, trade evenly. Blake might wake back up though. So, you know, a 2-1, maybe 2-2. So not what Blue 4 wants to do when Op4 has the 25% numbers advantage here. And but we still have Stray Dog flanking around.
God damn.
Carson, meanwhile, he has gotten around, taking some more shots at Scandi Recon. So far, again, only Adriano's the one down, but Carson, he is harassing the rear, which is exactly what he wants to be doing, to keep guys garrisoned on the rear position so they can't be sent up to reinforce the other position where a lot of Op4 dudes are going. We still have 4 Blue 4 dudes way on the western flank right now. They need to make a move because they're going to get cut off, but Op4 does have a 4-man team, no, a 5-man team of their own moving along the far southwestern flank to try to cover for him because Op4 just has that level of manpower to spare. Stray Dog, meanwhile, moving up to fade Boston Metallic Wolf's position. We might see some interesting shots go on there.
Look at, sorry, hold on. Look at Pierce's position. Okay, so
Pierce just got hit by AT. Okay,
I don't know what I just saw, but yeah, Pierce is on top of the shed in the warehouse, got hit by an RPG, and but he had an amazing position.
Yeah, I love that position.
So well. I mean, so he needs to bandage and keep watching.
He needs to bail.
Damn.
So
Stray Dog right next to Boston.
Even now, you see the failure in the Blue Force defensive. That entire building next to the objective, they've all faced it looking out to the northeast. And yet, Op4 have seen this through their initial recon before they opened up, and they've said, you know what, we're not going to even bother tackling this head on. We're just going to go around you. And they have the manpower, they have the maneuverability to do so, because they weren't worried about fighting in a static position, and they exploited the complacency of Blue 4, and Blue 4 have taken the price for that.
Yeah.
By the way, Stray Dog put a shot in Boston, missed the second shot. Boston bandaged, and he's still running, but they don't know where Stray Dog's exact position is, so he can move in and assault. Meanwhile, AT just went in, took out the first cache. That is cooking off now. I don't think it'll explode and kill Pierce, but, you know, good AT shot by Patriot there. We're hearing a demo charge go off and knock quite a few guys out. Nice! That was a good trap.
Yeah, it damaged quite a few people, and yeah, unlike the last round, was used fairly effectively.
Now, by the way, if Pierce stays up there, he could use the window and watch Op4 guys come around, but instead he's going to watch down here. He does have a PKP as well, so if he were to just look through the window and get some sniper shots on, well, not sniper, but, you know, so from that cheeky little spot, he could definitely knock out a few guys.
Pierce sees Eagle, but he doesn't quite recognize it.
Yeah.
So that Blue 4 QRF team that was sent onto the extreme flank, they're having to pull even further away. They're further out to the second objective.
But more is engaging them.
Karen is actually, he might be able to sneak in between the prongs.
Yeah, because Nemesis and Outcast have been sent to try to find them. That's hilarious. Oh, there's Pierce taking some shots. He just knocked the guy out. He killed him. But Op4 is looking up in that window, but they are discounting. I saw Stratacone look up there and not see anything, so Pierce might now look over and get a shot or two. Meanwhile, Stray Dog's come up on the rear, still in the back. He needs to hustle a little bit. Coda, meanwhile, taking an RPG, gets knocked out. Ouch. But Blue 4, I mean, they are down for manpower. Carson's dead.
Ooh, good stuff.
Nemesis got the kill.
Yeah, Nemesis got him, absolutely.
With the PKP. Wonder if they'll take that marksman rifle.
There's a huge just charge going on Pierce's position.
There's a power shift.
Eagle gets hit. Pierce now firing down, giving his position away, pops a frag.
Oh, he tries to hop out the window, but he can't.
He can't go out that window, I'm sorry. He jumps down. Hudson's gonna see him.
Ooh, well done.
Hudson loses that fight, takes out Pierce's legs. Alex gonna come around, doesn't get the kill. Oh God.
Oh no, it was off in a hard place.
He tried.
Valiant attempt. And there we go.
And he even respawns. Wow. We're still Fade and Metallic Wolf back here. Stray Dog looking for more people. He's not going to see them, though. Blue 4 pulling those 4 guys all the way to the back. And did Nemesis change guns? Nemesis changed guns.
Yes,
this is going to be a power shift now, because with Op4, they have the ability to have just the manpower to start shoving people in, but the accuracy and the firepower of that 7.62 SVD should be enough to start putting stoppers on people.
It might not be enough, though.
Well, the thing is, with the PKE that Nemesis had, it's the same caliber. It's the same exact round. But now that he has the SVD, he has extra range, which is great for these hills and this tree cover, you know, where you want to be precise.
Firefighter coming in solo with a 7.62 rifle.
You could also, you know, possibly use some of these open fields with the PKM, though that's a bit less of an option.
Stray Dog coming up to Wolf and Metallic. just noticed them, and instead he's pulling back. Not the call you want to be doing. Stray Dog's playing this too cautious. But he could take out 2 of the machine gunners. No, he went back. He goes prone. Could get a double headshot. He doesn't want to get into a 1-to-1 fight with these machine gunners, though, because they will tear him apart. But he needs to make his move soon, because they're displacing.
Yep. And they've displaced. Metallic Wolf has passed the hill, and so is Fade.
Stray Dog, it's like watching Logan. Firefighter, he tried to push out on his own, unfortunately got caught out of position and squandered his life.
The Blue Fort QRF is actually regrouping at the secondary objective with the rest of the Scanic boys.
That's smart. I mean, that's the best they can do.
They were actually able to make up the ground that they lost and had to go about 200-300 meters out of way just to get back there safely.
What? I just realized that Finn, Outcast, and Infidel, they are way far out. Well, not way far out. They're probably about 100 meters away from the cache, but still.
They're not in a position for supporting, though.
No, not really. Not from the current,
Point watching Sphere's position like a hawk. Op4 just double tap the Blue 4 guy up here.
Boston, Blake, and Wiki, but everything else coming from the northwest.
Look at all the Blue 4 skulls, though.
Gonna be
Op4 not really having that many skulls, though.
But I got you off, Faz. Go ahead.
It's a case of they'll be able to draw fire, but they won't be able to fully stall out the push. They are on the wrong side of the time clock for this one. There is quite a bit of time left in play. They can't do delay tactics. They have to go for the engagements.
Fade Metallic Wolf already pushed way up.
They go for delay tactics. I mean, they're already too far back. They're at their objective that they're trying to defend.
Is that a Galil?
So they don't have that ability.
No, it's naked. That might be a Galil.
GLs is quick, gets caught out of position. And
yeah, he was waiting there, trying to get some shots. Might get Severe. Manages to kill Severe and take out Op4 platoon command.
Yeah, he was platoon command for Op4. Oh my, that's it might be a little too late.
Yeah, because Op4, this is a pretty easy plan for them to follow. Meanwhile, Jedi firing back with a 7.62 rifle at Straticon. Gets hit a few times himself. MG firing down, manages to knock out Strat. And you also have Frost flanking with that shot. Stray Dog real desperately needs to move in closer. I know he's playing it cautious, but he's making the same mistakes Logan does in playing this way too cautious. He needs to get closer, find a good vantage point, and start dropping dudes. Because at this point, Blue 4, unless they get the warning in the next 2.5 minutes, even with 15 minutes remaining, I think Blue 4 isn't going to be in a good position to stall for time, because once Op4 starts getting their steamroll going, it's gonna steamroll. Like, there's not really any counter Blue 4 can do here, but, you know, we might see something good happen with Nemesis having that marksman rifle. Speaking of Nemesis, I don't see him. Oh, I see him now. He was hidden behind Nipatman's text and Bates' text, so he's in a building trying to keyhole through the window to get a few shots down. But meanwhile, Op4, they had that 4-man flank on the western side. It is down to 2, and they are going to try a really wide southern flank, but they're already taking shots in an open field. Not a good place you want to be. Maybe Slammer will get hit, but otherwise they're going to try to run into this little riverbed and use the little bit of defilade cover to maneuver around. So smart call there. Stray Dog, meanwhile, still set up in this tree. If he's got a good firing line, he should take it and reposition. He's got guys back here he could try to snipe, but he needs to start taking a shot or two.
Yeah, he's had his, you know, he's been twirling his thumbs for way too long.
He's had really good opportunity, though.
Yeah, but just never took any of them. For better or for worse.
Rust is now blue on bluing his own dudes. Frost gets a kill on an Op4 guy. That was the Matt Gunner, by the way. You can tell by that RPG 42 tube. So I wonder if Frost might try to steal that, but it is under Overwatch by Boston and Wiki. But both of those guys have been hit by friendly guys, and I think they just took a friendly Grenadier round, unless Frost poked out and shot his. I don't know. It's hard to tell.
I want to say that was friendly fire, but I'm not sure.
Yeah, I'm not sure either, but I mean,
that's definitely
Stray Dog trying to line up a shot right now. Oh, more friendly fire. And yeah, like blue on blue, it's tough. I mean, we already saw a PID incident where they weren't able to see each other. Another friendly one goes off by Boston.
Yeah, I think that was Metallic Wolf.
Stray Dog needs to take advantage of this and hit them. I mean,
friendly wiggle.
He's trying.
But the shots are still coming in.
This is the lucky break Blue 4 needs, though. Boston goes down.
I think Fade was yelling at Russ to stop shooting, but yeah, damage has been done. Boston
Stray Dog again needs to capitalize on this. He had eyes on their position and decided not to take it. Maybe he's just providing intel. I don't know, but numbers wise,
like
I don't know.
The only squad lead left alive is Yanni and Frost. Sorry, Yanni and Frost are the two last remaining squad leads.
I mean, Stray Dog is essentially being a stray dog, but he needs to, like, I don't think he's going to get any kills this season in. Shut up. Nemesis getting some sniper shots, managed to hit somebody, and now they're blindly firing back, but if I was Nemesis, I would be very comfortable at this range. Plus, if he stays there, burns all of his ammo, he could run back up, grab his PKM, and then go play defensive. But again, what you want to be doing is doing the stall tactics. By the way, it is past the 45-minute mark. Time has not been called yet, so I'm going to see if there's another time called at the 50-minute mark for a 50-minute warning. But by the way, Stray Dog takes a shot, manages to hit Wailing down. No one knows where those shots came from, by the way. I'm not seeing anyone looking back. No one's running to cover directly with that. Hudson and Patterson are climbing back too.
Oh no, Stray Dog is blue on bluing a dead friendly. No, I say
amazing.
Blue on bluing, but he's shooting the body of a dead friendly. And,
absolutely amazing.
And now Whale is actually pulling him into that line of fire from Stray Dog. So this might be the
Hey,
end
no,
of
that's exactly what Stray Dog wants, though. If he gets Whale's prone, head exposed, if he could snipe them, and he's got the squat. Stray Dog. The trees might be in the way of his shot, though.
Line it up. No, maybe.
Might be just enough to cover him, but this is the best advantage he could get.
No, he sees that. He sees their movement. He's taking aim at Whale now.
By the way, Slammer Patriot coming around in Nemesis's position. I don't think they know Nemesis is there, but come on. Stray Dog, this is literally, like, perfect for you. Please.
He is the medic. Shoot the medic.
Kill the medic at least.
Head.
Come on. This is...
He's just gonna hold his fire.
My fucking
maybe
god!
Maybe his is like, if he shoots someone in a group of people, then they'll know where he shot from.
But he has so much room to displace. I don't know why he's holding his fire. This is perfect. This is 3 free. This is more than 3 free kills. This is a group.
And Frost is getting blue on blue now.
There's so much blue on blue today.
He runs up on the Rust. Or it's really Rush ran up under Frost, and now Frost is turning everything on him.
Wow! Ah, there it is. All right, multiple shots.
But now
Alec might notice. Good damn it, Stray. Stray's repositioning.
Oh, and Wiki's coming back. But seriously, Stray's repositioning?
Yeah, he's crawling around under the tree. He was looking. Now he's looking more left at where Frost gave those shots. I guess he doesn't have an angle. Like, that's the only thing I can think. But you just said you watched his POV and saw he did have an angle. Yeah, meanwhile, Nemesis
go ahead.
hasn't given any shots to alert Op4 to go hit him. So that's a nice blessing in disguise. Come on, Stray Dog, please.
He took a shot at Lurch and not at Whale. So maybe my POV is different from his. But, like, from what I saw, it was clear as day seeing that movement. And more shots are coming in now as people are moving around. I don't know.
He's repositioning. I don't know either. Like, he... you know, like, that just makes me want to strangle somebody, but that's okay. Maybe he just hasn't had good angles. He's trying to be cautious. But again, like, I get it. You always want to be more cautious than not, because if you're not as cautious enough, then you aren't... you'll get killed. You'll squander your asset. I completely get that. I see that happen all the time. But, counterpoint... You gotta take risks, especially in this situation where Blue 4 is pretty fucked up. Now we're having Patriot running up to this building. He's taking shots from his own dudes. Nemesis might hear these footsteps. Oh, no, Nemesis doesn't. Oh, Nemesis, no.
So unfortunate.
Have your Turtle Beaches on, and Op4 is going to get their marksman rifle back. And with that, the advantage Op4 had... Excuse me, Blue 4 had over Op 4 has been relinquished, and Stray Dog is doing a wide flank on the right. I don't think Stray Dog's going to be effective anymore, just with how Op4 is moving in. They're going to steamroll this last AO. Might get stalled by the big bunker, but they still have some of their machine gun teams to do it. Looks like Frost died. I think Wiki walked up on him and took him out. There's the 15 minutes remaining marker. So honestly, Op4 has this. It's going to come down to the PvP, but Op4 does have the numbers advantage. Op4 doesn't know where that cache is, and it's a pretty big area here. Op4 might think it's in the bigger barn, but in reality, it's in the small barn that Yanni Finn has completely locked down. And he is prone right behind the cache, waiting for the barn doors to open.
Serby is on a flank with his, is that a machine gun? No, that's just a rifle. But he's on some kind of mission.
Yep, 5.56 rifle. Kills Fade. Good shot. And he is immediately getting shot at by Alec. Don't see any bullet impacts, no blood. So Serby might try to reposition here, but he's got to be careful because he could easily get boxed in by Op4. They got a third guy up in that flank, and Patriot took the marksman rifle back. So Bates coming up to help Serby, but if Patriot looks in that direction, he could honestly get some good sniper kills on both Bates and Serby.
So ultimately, I would, if I was in the position of Finn,
no
Infidel,
kills.
and Outcast, I would actually consider displacing from the roof entirely. You've got that as a giant focal point. You're going to draw attention from there. Now, it's a case that you can do a ploy of having one guy in there, and with enough fire, you can make it sound like three. But you don't need three people on top of that. You've got to play defensively. You've got to get interior. Because at this point, it's going to come down to the extreme CQC fighting, and that's what Scandi excel at. They can't be on top of this.
Time is 13 minutes remaining. You can track it on the bottom right corner. So Blue 4 taking some pot shots at Wiki, giving their position away to the main force that's going to come down. Bates goes down, gets shot in the back by the Op4 marksman rifle. Serby taking notice, but he is also getting shot by that marksman rifle.
Yep.
Yeah.
3 times, 4 times, 5 times.
And Fun Guy finishes him off with a AK. So, yeah, Blue 4 is down to 6 dudes. RPG goes up on that bunker. It didn't go in, thankfully. It hit the outside. But now Finn's prepping his own AT. Beautiful shot! Knocks 2 guys out.
The bunker is speaking Finnish. It might not be the trees, but it's something.
So you can see where that round impacted. I mean, that you could not have made a more perfect shot. Now we're seeing more Op4 blue on blue. More is engaging Patriot running up.
Yeah,
and now some Blue 4 guys are shooting at him.
If Op4 decide to try and breach into this next building, they're going to have a hard time against Nipman and Pads 3. They've got about 4 or 5 guys down right now. What I would do is find out from Finn, if I was in the position of Nipman and Pads, where he was engaging.
Oh! Oh! No way!
They rigged it to go!
No fucking way!
They rigged it to fucking go!
That is the most useful trap I've ever seen place.
Infidel was in that building earlier, and he's the combat engineer.
Did
Infidel
he
rigged that building to go. No, he had it on a clacker. Waited until he had a line of
More
sight.
friendly wiggles coming in.
Oh, Infidel's still up. Gotcha. Okay.
These guys are now getting shot at by the bunker.
That is a power change.
It's looking more and more even. This is buying time. Stray Dog might be able to get on a hill and provide some support.
Break. Patriot and his team, they're pushed up on the objective building.
Finn's, you didn't decide that.
Oh!
He gets traded.
A trade. But, Scandi Recon can overwatch this Patriot. We're going to see who wakes up first, Patriot or Finn.
Yep. They get Slammer, and Fun Guy is nowhere near.
Someone on the bunker just died.
Outcast. No, Infidel. Outcast left.
Outcast just got knocked by Fun Guy.
So that's Infidel and Outcast now.
Oh, Stray Dog, come on! You really need to come up here. 10 minutes remaining. I'm not gonna call the timer. There's no way. Really good explosive use though. Like that was amazing.
I mean, everyone sees the timer. They know what they got to do. Stray Dog might be able to provide overwatch.
He's playing it cautious again.
Yanni woke up. Yanni's back up.
Good. Get the double tap on that guy.
I think that he pumped enough AK rounds into the chest and the head for it to actually warrant it.
I mean, we saw Yanni wake back up like a minute and a half to 2 minutes later because he was about to drown, so anything's possible. Again, with these new animations where the guns are angled, I mean, you saw the gun do a little bit of movement right there, but Slammer also woke back up. This is... Nip is coming around.
Yaniski cannot double tap Patriot without giving himself away. Slammer's about to peek in.
Stray just got a shot on Hudson.
Oh.
Finn! Oh
And
dear.
I think that's also wrote.
That might be GG.
Yep, because Slammer's also a
still
combat
has
engineer. No, Slammer's a combat engineer.
Oh god. There's the charge.
He's gonna blow himself up for it.
He better.
5-second timer is all he needs. He's playing a little cautious now, but
And now he's bandaging, I guess.
If
this is my charge.
He's gonna actually clear it.
That could. Well, I don't
This
think
is
it would
GG.
detonate the cache, but it would.
It won't
damage
detonate the cache, but it will kill Slammer. And if it's rigged to Slammer, they can't detonate it.
I'm happy to say Stray came back, was able to get 1 kill, and there it is.
And that's all that she wrote.
Yep. So unfortunate. As Stray Dog gets caught up by Alec.
Yeah, in my opinion, if Stray Dog was able to get the kill on Boston, get the 2 kills on the Machine Gunners, get a few more kills where Whale was, we would be looking at a different game. Because that bomb would have been able to neutralize the same amount of guys, maybe a little less, but that would have made it even in the remaining firefight. So again, I really think this is because there was a bit of squandering on Stray Dog's part, but again, Scandi Recon made up for it with that really good AT shot and that good bomb. They definitely did their best, so I'm going to mute myself and close out. BRB. All right, guys, that concludes it for Friday Night Fights. Whatchamacallit branch? NA. That's it. All right, cool. So, I am now going to find someone to raid on Arma. I thought this was definitely some of the craziest rounds we saw. Nope. Don has initiated a raid. Cool. Let me try to find the person. But anyway, guys, thank you so much for watching. Go operate operationally. Enjoy the rest of your day or night. We'll be back on Sunday for the public op. And otherwise, cheers, guys. Have a good one. Go operate operationally. I cannot find this guy on Twitch. There he is. Okay. He's doing some clone trooper stuff. Cool. All right. You can initiate the raid now. We're good. Thanks for joining me. Don.